Hey, what it do?
Ahoy.
What's up?
What is the deal with cats?
My dad said something to me yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
And he's got a point.
What got Papa Rob going?
Papa Rob,
He's a wise man.
he is, and he'll tell you how he feels. He said, who does all of your opens, like the one with the kitty cat?
Yeah.
Which is that one.
Sure.
And I'm like, well, Buck did some, and I think Steven's now funneling his in.
Sure.
I have not changed any. They're all still...
Right, but
So-
you do the specialty ones.
I notice he's like passing. He knows there's a criticism coming. He's like,
Yeah.
hey, just so you know.
Can't be me, bro.
It's on
Can't be me.
freaking Buckley.
Yeah, he doesn't like them,
Yeah.
Jack.
Yeah.
He said,
Yeah, boy.
he goes, who does those? I'm like, well, the producers. He's like, it's almost like they don't really have anything. They just need filler.
Well,
I'm like, well, they kind of do.
that is the definition of filler, is it
Yeah,
not? I mean,
exactly.
well, maybe Stevie Fiery can be more creative with the, I don't know, the intros, outros. I'm guessing he's not going
We'll
to,
see.
but yeah, that's,
Probably not.
yeah.
Listen,
That's code for that's not going to happen. But
I have to stick up for drops. I have to defend drops, okay?
Yeah.
Because we are hearing occasionally what
yeah.
from people who don't like drops.
Yeah. Well, it's not, you can't please everybody.
I understand that. But listen, I will say this to you, non-drop people.
Please.
Go F yourself,
Yeah.
okay? It's the best part of the show.
Sometimes it's
The
just,
show's terrible without them.
sometimes it's just for us.
Did you
know?
just you people them?
I did.
You people.
I did, you people.
You
I
people.
am tired of this criticism.
Well, I enjoy this because we're living in a world now where if you don't like something, you can't just not like something.
In a world.
In a world that you now have to share your crappy opinion with everybody.
Yeah.
And I love the people that have like 3 followers. They're just yelling into the void. Those guys are the best. They're just out there doing it. Just, just old school, just shouting at people. Everyone's got to have opinion. I quote the great Dave Chappelle. You could say your opinion or you can just shut the F up. Whoa.
See, what's the show without that? None of your commentary, just
No,
that.
Just that. Just that. Oh. They make us happy. They make that man over there happy.
They do.
And if Rob's happy, if the window daddy's happy, I'm happy.
Listen,
we're all happy.
It layers the program. The program's better with them.
It is layer.
The program kind of sucks without them.
It's onions. You got to have layers.
So, yeah. So stop criticizing the drop. Although,
That's a shot at one Jack Ropp.
well, I told him. I
No,
said,
but does he like? That's the opens
I
are
don't
different
think
than the
he-
drops.
Dude, I don't think he gets half of what we do.
Okay.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
He's an 83-year-old man.
You think my father does?
No.
My dad is responsible for I think one good opinion every year, and that's no matter what the Super Bowl halftime show is, it sucks and there should be a marching band. That's my old man. I don't think he's on Twitter anymore, but when he was,
Yeah, he unfollowed me on there.
Yeah,
Back
yeah.
when I was on there.
yeah, he unfollowed me too.
I said the S word.
yeah.
He didn't like
I
it.
think one time he asked me like, I think he was just like, really, why?
What are you
Why?
doing?
What do you? Why?
Why?
Why are you doing
Brother?
this? I retweeted.
Did you brother him?
I didn't brother him.
Did
but
you suck at him?
there's a Church of Satan account on Twitter that's actually pretty funny. They kind of do some satire stuff. He did not like. I think he thought if I followed them or that I retweeted something that I was doing, I want to kill everyone. Satan is good. Satan is our pal.
Shut up.
And so it just was like, well, Dad, maybe my account isn't for you. But I would see him once a year on there, and it was always, no matter what it is, it didn't matter who was the halftime show. What is this garbage? Bring back the marching band. If it was up to one John A. Sukanik, the Ohio State marching band dotting the I would be on like an unbeaten 50-year Super Bowl streak.
Well, I respect that opinion.
Yeah, the old timers, it's
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah.
That's how they feel.
Yeah.
It's fine.
that's why the old timers like they need things in their life that are very soothing to them, like
Yeah.
model trains and halftime shows with bands.
You're so right.
Yeah.
They're very regimented. They're
Yes.
very scheduled.
Yeah.
And
The Golden Corral at 4:15 on a Tuesday. It's one of those things.
yeah, I think my dad listens to the show continually to try to find a reason why we're still on.
Some sort
or
of-
like to try to
Yeah.
get it.
I
Like
understand, yeah.
he continues to try to get it.
Trying to find common ground.
He's just
It's not going
and
to
he just keeps trying
Yeah.
and he's listening and he's listening and he loves Steven. He thinks Steven's
Yeah,
the
that's
best part
great.
of the show.
Hell yeah.
We love him.
Love him.
I have
Well, I
that.
respect every opinion Papa Rob has then.
Yeah. He has a lot of opinions.
I had that once. I ended up at an EDM show once. Same thing. Tried. Was trying to figure it out. It was like
Why they do that?
I've tried.
Isn't it just a reason to drop acid?
That was kind of and this is where eventually maybe Papa Rob comes in. Look, I may or may not have dropped acid at some point in the show and then was like, all right, well, this is happening. You got to find common ground. You got to just settle on something. It's like, okay, I'm not going to wear the furry boots and I have no idea what's going on, but I'm like, this is kind of fun. Papa Rob needs to find his own acid. And maybe Steven Vaughn.
I am the acid.
He is the acid to Jack Robb.
Come on, dude.
That's his common ground.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
He's found it. I don't think so, but maybe.
Yeah, I understand. But hey, you know what? He keeps trying.
Yeah, he's listening.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah, he's listening.
I love Papa Rob.
He's great.
He's a good man.
All right, well.
How did we get on this?
I don't know.
Oh, we need more dogs.
How was your weekend?
We do need more dogs. Did you see the Oklahoma TikTok dancer guy?
No more cats.
Oh yeah, but we need more dogs.
Oklahoma what?
Yeah, well, it's the SEC media days, and there's
that's still going on.
No. Now we're into the Big Ten media days.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, we've moved past the SEC. We're on to the Big Ten.
Oklahoma what?
Oh, there's a guy I don't know.
He does a TikTok dance.
He does a TikTok dance in the Oklahoma locker room, and of course now all the old football guys have to scowl at it. And,
we hate this.
Well, there's a lot of thinly veiled gay comments, and but no one can just call him what they want to call him. So it's a lot of like back in my day. And
wait, is it baseball?
No, it's football player.
Okay.
He's in full pads, and I think the Texas kids did this last year. So now that's resurfacing. The like 3 Texas players, and then it's like, well, it's not as bad because this is only 1 Oklahoma player. Look, it's a lot. It's kind of again, to use some of the terms, he looks like a real dandy because no one can say what they want to say, and it's very awkward.
A lot of people looking to use the F word.
Yes, a lot of
people.
A lot of people, but you can't.
You can't do
that.
They
want to, believe me, they want to.
A lot of people say
Who is the Bussin' with the Boys guys?
Taylor Lewan.
He wanted to say that so bad. He was walking right to that cliff and was like looking over like, just say it. Just saying, him and like Will, they were like, just do it. Back and forth. And they couldn't do it. Wanted to do it.
So I'm watching it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, well, I mean.
Jake Cruel.
Yeah.
Is his name?
Yeah. Look, it's a lot. It's a lot.
So where do they get these? Like, who does them first? That's my question. Because he says, I have no idea why I know this dance.
The dance has become big on TikTok.
I know, but by whom?
Probably HOTS.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yes.
And then they
decide they're going to do them. But you're doing it in full pads in your locker room. And look, I'm not going to say that word, nor do I want to say that word. But I will tell you, if you did that in our locker room, that would probably be an ass whooping. There's probably a large Polynesian man named Ifo that what's this dude's name?
Jake Cruel.
And I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying he probably would be punched. That would not go great. But
it would fly in the basketball locker room.
They love it.
More than one person would join with them.
No.
I think you just let dudes vibe.
Exactly. Now it's
if you're vibing, you're vibing.
You know what? If he can get sacks, I don't really care.
No.
He's a tight end, yeah?
I guess.
I think he's a tight end.
It says defensive end. Recruiting profile.
I don't think he plays.
I don't know. It's now becoming commonplace. And much like Jack Robb, a lot of old football players today are trying to find common ground with TikTok dances.
They're trying to understand.
They're trying to understand.
But the thing is, they don't have to. You don't need to.
No, just let it go.
Just let them vibe. It's the kids.
I learned that a long time ago. If you're trying to understand what the kids are doing, you've already lost. Just let it go. At least once a day, someone in my family does something or says something, and I'm just like, whatever. And then they laugh at me, and I go about my merry way. It's all you can do.
Everybody have a good weekend out there?
Went and saw The Odyssey.
Yeah? Was it good?
Yeah, it was. I don't think it was.
I heard it was.
Yeah, it was. It was worth going. It just.
Here comes the butt.
No.
It wasn't very convincing.
No, not at all.
Sometimes, like, it's made like. It's going to make like $2 billion. It's going to be like
everybody's talking about it.
It's going to be like the biggest movie ever.
Everybody.
A lot of people.
And I think it had so much buzz going in. And it's not a disappointment. But if this movie didn't have the hype and build up around it, It's good. It's not great. Cinematography wise, like the visuals and the audio, it's as good as anything I've ever seen. They chopped up the story, and I get it. You got to condense.
What is it about?
It's the Homer's Odyssey.
Okay.
It's like the most famous.
Here's all I know about it.
Yeah.
Matt Damon's in it,
Yes.
and Christopher Nolan did it.
Yes.
That's all I know.
Hollywood has now spent $2 billion trying to get Matt Damon home, in case you were wondering.
Okay.
Matt Damon's entire career, from Saving Private Ryan to Interstellar to The Martian to this, is Matt Damon trying to get home. So if you want to make $1 gajillion, just make a movie where Matt Damon has to get home against all odds. So it's really good, cool. But I don't know if this bothered anyone else, but my daughter, my daughter's a super nerd. So the Odyssey is like her favorite book of all time because of course it is. It's very pretentious, but she loves that thing. The American accent is really hard to get past. Like this, I know it's ancient Greece, and so it's not like you have a Greek accent, but when you're listening to people, when you're listening to the guy who plays the Punisher talk with a Brooklyn accent and he's supposed to be like an ancient Greek king, that was my one thing I struggled with. At least when you make an old movie, you usually use a British accent. It's kind of the de facto. Hey, we just use an older language, or maybe you kind of do like a...
No one knows the difference.
No, just do the British, or, give me a vague, weird accent, something that you know is European, and then you fancy up the language a little bit. You kind of do some Shakespearean, but when Tom Holland, who's British, who's doing an American accent, is like, my dad is coming home. You're like, can you fancy it up a little bit for me? That's my one big kind of complaint. It's a lot of famous people, and it's hard to not see them as themselves. Everyone's in it, everybody, and they're all doing bad American. It's just that dialogue. That's my one nitpick about it, but it's really visually, it's incredible.
So we have Travis Scott, Zendaya,
Yeah.
Zendaya,
Uh-huh.
Elliot Page.
Yeah. And that was the one that everyone was like, this movie's gonna suck. It went woke, and it's already made like $1 billion.
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
Tom Holland.
Everyone's in it.
Did I mention Matt Damon?
Yep.
Charlize Theron.
Yep.
Is in it.
And a lot of these are only in it for like 5 minutes.
I do feel like that is everyone.
Literally anyone who's ever been in Hollywood is in this movie.
I gotta tell you. Okay, this is how out of touch I am.
Yeah.
Are you ready
Yes.
for this?
Yeah.
Tom Holland. I only know him from the ads that he does.
You don't know him as Spider-Man?
Well,
Wow.
I asked my wife, I'm like, who is this guy?
What ads does he?
Well, he does he's on, he does an ad. Maybe it's some sort of credit card or something.
Okay.
It's like a business credit card.
Makes sense.
Where he's traveling and.
Sure.
Yeah, he's on a
Chase. He
Yeah.
does Chase.
Yeah.
That's
where
where you know him from?
That's the I turned my wife when we were watching that ad. I'm like, who is this guy?
Oh.
And she's like, oh, he's an actor. I'm like, okay. And then there was the bit where Tom Holland reached out to, who's the soccer? See, I've already forgot the soccer guy.
The soccer guy.
The Holland.
Erling Haaland. Yeah.
Did you see that Tom Holland reached out to Erling Haaland?
Oh, I did
and
not.
wanted to hang.
Oh.
And Erling Haaland didn't know who he was. And blew him off.
That's great. Well,
and then he found out about it and went viral. And then Erling said, "Okay, we can hang."
Well, it makes sense. If you don't watch Marvel movies, you probably, and he's married to Zendaya, so they're like,
oh, he is.
They're a big power couple. In my household, my daughters, he's a big deal. But he's Spider-Man.
But is he? What is he outside of Spider-Man? Because I've never seen.
He's just Spider-Man.
I've never seen the guy.
Well, he's Spider-Man. He's not. He can't. He's the weak link of that movie, by the way. he kind of. The Odyssey would have been better if we would have gotten rid of him. But anywho, he's Spider-Man and he's in it along with everyone else. And visually, go see it in the theater. And the sound, like we went and saw it in the IMAX. It is incredible.
I'm not gonna do it.
It'll blow you away.
No.
I'm out.
Really, really well done. But just. Yeah, someone said that was my favorite part about the Odyssey. No one even tried. No accent, nothing. Half of them were British anyways. British it up a little bit. The English language is like the most modern language, and it's hard to read or listen to ancient people speaking in Brooklyn accents. It was like when Harrison Ford tried to do a Russian accent in K-19 and then halfway through it quit. I'm not kidding. He plays a Russian sub commander, and for the first like 30 minutes he attempts a Russian accent, and then like a quarter way through the movie he just quits and just talks like Harrison Ford. It's amazing. You're like, what? And it takes you a minute. You're like, did he just stop doing an accent? And you're like, I think they just decided it's so bad, we're not going to do it. Tom Cruise made one about like a World War II movie, and the movie actually announces that they're going to stop doing the accents. They do it in German at the beginning, and it's actually in German, and then they kind of make like an announcement. They're like, hey, everybody, be prepared. No more German. Here's Tom Cruise as Tom Cruise. And it's weird. It's really strange.
Do you think that if movies ever cast, like if they need an accent or if it's like a Russian movie or whatever,
Yeah.
do you think they should be required to go with Russian actors and actresses?
I think it would help a little.
So Matt Damon with a bad Russian accent is better than a real Russian actor with a Russian accent?
No, get the Russian actor, even if he's not as good as Matt Damon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yes.
They should be required.
Yes. If you're filming a Greek movie,
I'll write my senators.
yes. If you're filming a movie from a specific area, can you get someone that at least has a rough idea? I'm not asking for accuracy. I just want ballpark.
What is that?
I want a semblance of it.
You
That's
know
all.
who's really good? Is the gal who plays the sister in, or maybe the daughter in, oh God.
I don't know.
What's the stupid cowboy show that everybody hated or loved? But
Oh,
hated?
Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Beth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's British.
She's British.
Yeah.
Does a great American accent.
That's a great American accent.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because I didn't even know she was British.
I feel like the Brits do better
American accent.
American accents than we do. If you're an
Yes.
American, you can't do an accent. We're
No.
we're terrible at it.
But don't you think ours is the easiest to mimic?
Probably. Which is why the others can do it and we can't.
Yeah.
Listening to an American attempt a foreign accent is nails on a chalkboard. So maybe that's why like you can't have Matt Damon attempting to do it, but then don't hire Matt Damon. That's my only
Yeah,
rub.
see, I think that's where they'd be like, oh, sir, you fool.
I guess.
We must make money. We need Matt Damon's mug.
Well, Matt Damon, I feel like at any moment he's doing Goodwill Hunting and is telling me to go to Dunkin' Donuts, but then he's like on the open seas. It's a little, you got to put that out of your head. And I could, but it stopped me from giving it the, oh my God, this is an all-time movie. Very, very good, but struggled with the American cast.
Okay. Beth is actually Australian.
Oh,
Yeah, she's from Brisbane.
yeah. They can all do it. Yeah, someone's saying Kevin Costner. Yeah, Kevin Costner played Robin Hood, didn't attempt a British accent. Didn't even attempt. You're doing Robin Hood. You can't. Come on, Kevin.
How many? Wait, I'll push back on that one. What percentage of people had any idea or cared?
It's set in England.
Who cared? Again,
well-
what percent of people knew that or even cared? That's why they did it that way. They're like, people are stupid. They won't know. It's Kevin Costner. Look at him.
They even make fun of him when they do the Robin Hood Men in Tights. Carrie Elways does that. And unlike some Robin Hoods, I can speak with a British accent. And you're like, is it that hard? Is it that hard?
I actually think it is.
It might be.
I think it's a bit of a problem.
Then you can find a British actor. There's a lot of good British actors.
Yeah, well, it's above our pay grade, fella. We're not casting anytime soon.
Yeah. Well, again,
So you saw The Odyssey.
I saw The Odyssey. Go see it. And if you don't, it's not a big deal because it already made like $1 gajillion and it's going to win every Oscar.
Yeah.
Because it got a lot of online hate from, because the culture wars. Helen of Troy is played by a black gal, and of course that,
Yeah, we can't have that. She wasn't black.
She's in the movie for like 3 minutes, but apparently. And then Elliot Page was the other one. He got cast, and people couldn't handle that.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Yeah, he's in it again for about 2 minutes and dies, but people, no one's going to see this movie. Actually, it turns out everyone saw the movie.
Spoilers, by the way.
Yeah.
Elliot Page is killed off.
Yes, very quickly. You see him for about 45 seconds, and you're like, oh, he's dead. So,
Well, I have nothing to report about my weekend. Pretty low key. What about you over there?
I met a big fan of the show at my kid's basketball tournament, so that was
no.
fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
That was good. He heard my voice because I was making fun of my youngest son for airballing shots. I was yelling airball at him. He's like, man, I recognize that voice.
That's
So
fantastic.
he came up and was like, hey, you're Stephen Vaughn. I'm like, yeah, dude. He's like, yeah, big primetime listener. So shout out to Josh.
Josh.
Shout out to Josh for listening to you mock your kid.
Yeah.
Was this sucker kick?
No, so it was his game. So during like the timeouts and half times, the little one goes out and shoots on the court and
okay.
stuff. And he airballs shots, and I'd make fun of him.
Okay, so it's
in front
Lincoln's
of-
game, but you were
Yeah.
making fun of Huddy.
Yeah.
All right, so what? All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about
No,
making fun of the
no,
kid
no.
who's actually in the game.
No,
I was
no,
like,
no,
oh
no,
my
no,
God. It's like, that's savage.
Good dad.
Yeah.
I got a little like, whoa.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Just,
What-
I don't hate my kids. I love my kids. I hate being a dad. Right. I love them. I love those kids. I wouldn't make fun of them in front of everybody and, in a real game.
I just want to make sure.
Well, shout out Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was.
Yeah.
He was a coach or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
Seemed like a good guy.
Good.
It's a great weekend. Great weekend.
You know what? Good little weekend.
Good little weekend.
Nothing to be ashamed of.
All right. Well, guess what? It's Big Ten Media Day.
It's the Big Ten.
Well, actually, it's not. Media Day is no longer. It's like Media Week now.
Yeah, they do like 3-4 days.
It's crazy. This time they're in Chicago. Did Oregon get picked to win the league? That's where we're going to start. The services of Frank Gay. Next.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update, no, this is First on the Fan. The wife of Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy was allegedly shot by the couple's son on Sunday night. Mia Bienemy was hospitalized in a stable condition, and the son has been arrested with that shooting right now. North Carolina football general manager Michael Lombardi has been placed on paid administrative leave by the university. This comes after there was a human resources complaint filed by a former UNC front office employee. And to add insult to injury, now the North Carolina football team is being investigated by the College Sports Commission, which is the entity that handles compliance and enforcement of the NCAA and the NIL rule. Michigan Athletic Director Ward Manuel, he's going to be paid a lump sum of $7.14 million as part of his agreement with the university to step down. Manuel was bought out of the final years of his contract on July 20th. And the Seattle Mariners continue to struggle. Lost again today. The Rangers 7-3. Rangers take 3 of 4 from the Mariners in that series. Now it's Seattle 2.5 games behind Texas. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
You know that copyright-free bump song, Beyond Blues there?
Yeah.
Starts out by sounding like it's going to be Tone Loc. Did you notice that?
I did not notice that. I noticed that the one we opened with had a real Mission Impossible sort of like this message. This open is going to self-destruct in 60 seconds. I love just trying to figure out where...
I'm told that it did.
I think it did, according to Jack Robb. Picking out what the generic music sounds like has become my new favorite thing about this show.
There will be more incoming, too. I found about 5 or 6 new ones today that I need to add to the system. So
there's a whole catalog of them.
Exciting news.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, great. I'm turning off your TV while trying to turn on mine.
It's the TV wars.
It is the TV wars right now.
Now, how does this even happen? So if I'm pointing my remote at my TV away from yours, it turns yours off, and yours the same way.
It reflects off the bald head. Hits on the TV.
It is a real possibility. Yeah, it's like those.
That's the only thing I can think of.
It's reflecting on the moon. Yeah, right. You gotta I gotta find something to de-shine my. And I shaved yesterday, so it's got a sheen.
It looks good, I will
say.
Yeah. See that Rob's gonna say, "Hey, Stu, put a hat on real quick," and then I'm turning the TV.
Yeah, cover your dome.
I just got to do like a little tissue paper. When I used to do TV, I'd get complaints because whenever I would do TV, I would shave my head like that morning. It was like I wanted
to look good.
I wanted to look good, and then the producer was like, "Really?" It's like, my God. And then have to come in and put some powder on that thing to take some of the shine down. It's the natural oils.
That's just craziness. Yeah. Just let me be.
They didn't like it.
Coming up next, we will have a segment called Football Drama. We had a coach who almost became eye patch guy.
Almost. And I'll tell you right now, if there is a coach with an eye patch, you just found my favorite coach.
My eyes are very important to me.
And look, I'm not discounting any other disability that you can have, right? Hook hand, kind of cool. Fake leg, very brave. But the eye patch, come on. That's the gold star of appendage losses. I don't know if that's an appendage. But if you're going to have a disability, there's nothing cooler than the eye patch or a glass eye. Dude, we need more of those in sports. It's badass.
So I was asking, did Oregon get picked to win the Big Ten?
Is this from the media poll, if you will?
Yep.
Well, based off everything I've heard, they're the best team of all time.
So, if you listen to the Mods PDX Duck Report,
right,
you would think there's no other team in college football that could sniff the Ducks' jock.
No.
However, there are.
According to the Big Ten, the media members,
yes,
the Mods PDX has been lying to us.
And no, we don't get to vote.
No.
We're not Big Ten media.
Although it was close. I think like 3 or 4 votes separated them.
Oregon is picked second.
Yes.
Not first.
Oh. Yeah,
but not third.
No. There is a big gap. Oregon got 11 first place votes. Ohio State got 15 and Indiana got 5. No one else got a single vote. So
with that being said,
only those 3.
Are we sleeping on Indiana again?
Oh.
Have we done it again?
Probably. But I mean, they lost a lot, and from a recruiting standpoint,
doesn't everybody lose a lot?
Everyone loses a lot every year. And this is the thing is the idea that from a star talent standpoint, which is usually what we go on. I mean, Dave Bartu's whole thing is based on that. Indiana's roster doesn't hold up very well, but the last 2 years, it didn't necessarily do that, and they won with it.
Yeah,
but,
when are we going to stop with that?
Well, this year. If Indiana ends up being...
They just won a title.
I know. And we've seen teams that go on runs, right? And not finish it off, but UW a couple years ago when they played Michigan was a really nice collection of guys that had stuck around the program and transfer portal kids, and it came together. You had a hell of a year, and they got to a national title. We've seen TCU get to a national title. Like, you see moments like this, but programs with the profile that Indiana has, one, we've never seen one win it, but more importantly, we've never seen someone maintain it. So despite the fact that Indiana took everyone behind the woodshed last year and showed you what's possible in this world, there's still going to be people that say from a profile, Indiana should not be able to do this year after year after year. And when you lose your Heisman quarterback and you lose a lot of your depth piece, I mean, they lost a lot of guys to the NFL. They're top end guys, and they don't have the pipeline that Ohio State and Oregon does coming from behind. So if I look at it on paper and you ask me who the best team in the Big Ten is, it's not Indiana. And that's really all I can go off of, other than you're just going to blindly say that Indiana now has earned the benefit of the doubt. And I'm just not sure anyone's ready to say that.
Well,
I mean, they did pick third, by the way. I mean, 5 people picked him to win it. So it's not like
I know, but they've won. They won the championship. What'd they finish? What'd they do 2 years ago?
They went.
Oregon won.
They went undefeated, but then
Lost
got
to Notre
blitzed in the playoff. But they didn't play anybody, and they didn't go undefeated. I think Ohio State.
They lost to Ohio State. That's right, at the shoe.
So they went 11-1. Ohio State bitch slapped them, and then they got to the playoff, and again they got bitch slapped. So it was this idea that they were a fun team, but when rubber met the road and they played good teams, because their schedule was very soft, they kind of got hammered.
Well, that bodes well for Oregon, kind of, because, well, I'll tell you about that in a second, or why I think that in a second.
Yeah.
But Indiana, like, I would say, I guess the one pushback would be in this new day and age of college football where there's guys leaving and coming and going all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's a revolving door at every one of these universities. Matter of fact, I went through probably the top 15 in college football the other day, just going through looking at, and I swear to God, every one of them, it was just like this, I think it was like this ESPN write-up of what each team needs to have happen to succeed or whatever. You know, one of those generic stories. But I was just getting some baseline knowledge. And pretty much every one of them read the same way.
Sure.
And it was 5 new starters on defense, all transfers. You know, it's like that's every program. I just think that if I were going to give Indiana, I guess to defend Indiana, I would say the one guy who has proven that he can do that and plug and play better than anyone is Curt Cignetti.
Yeah.
The other difference also is the last 2 years, looking at 24/7 Sports' transfer portal rankings, Indiana was 29 and then 25, and they won the title with the 25th best transfer class. This year, they're 8.
Exactly.
So they're actually getting a lot better players.
They're
Like
getting
Nick
better
Marsh. Nick Marsh is an unbelievable, talented receiver. Josh Hoover, really good player. They got the tackle from Wisconsin as well. Like, they got, like, legit good guys where times before it was all under-the-radar players.
Well, yeah,
so they're actually adding more talent to what
he
they
went.
had.
Then you said 11-1, and that was with a bunch of
That was
James
James
Madison.
31. They had 31 transfers that year.
So, I mean, I don't know. I think we are maybe sleeping on Indiana, or at least we're just not ready to give them their full flowers yet. Ohio State, Oregon, Indiana, the top 3. This is the Big Ten media poll. USC is 4, Michigan 5, Penn State 6, Washington 7.
Yeah. If I was doing it, I would flip it and I would say Oregon 1, Ohio State 2, Indiana 3. And I wouldn't be shocked if any one of those 3 teams, I think there's a clear line in the Big Ten. I think it's those 3, and I think it's everyone else. And I'm not going to doubt Indiana. I mean, until Cignetti lays an egg and proves that this is a fluke, I'll give the guy his flowers. I mean, the last 2 years, proof's in the pudding. Going into the season, all you can go on is talent level and what's coming back. And I think in the Big Ten, to me, it's not even close. What Oregon has coming back is greater than anyone. Ohio State has elite back, but there is huge question marks, especially on the defensive side of the ball, where I think they have 6 new transfer starters. And then Indiana is just kind of Steady Eddie, this is what they do. So give them their respect. The only thing about Oregon is the coordinators, and I just don't know. That's my big question about Oregon is can the coordinators live up to the talent that's on the field? But from a roster standpoint, Oregon has the best roster. I think in the Big Ten, I think they have the best roster in the country.
Yeah, but again, far from the best roster in the country, won the championship last year.
Yes, sir.
And the other thing about Oregon, and I find this kind of alarming that no one really brings this up. As good as we think they are, and as good as we think Lanning is, and as good as we think the roster is, they have been absolutely boat raced out of the last two college football playoffs.
Yeah.
So I find it fascinating how we dismiss that. Now, are we saying that that's a coincidence because, those two teams both won the title and you caught them at the worst time and you'd played both of them in the regular season each of those two seasons and you played them you beat Ohio State and the Indiana game was a lot closer. So maybe we're to believe that is more indicative of what I think we're doing some mental gymnastics.
The running back situation as well for Oregon in that bowl game against Indiana. They had no running backs.
Well, there's that.
So a lot of people will say, well, they had no game plan. You couldn't even game plan.
But I think we're doing a lot of mental gymnastics to try to dismiss that. Here are some numbers that are pretty alarming, okay?
Yeah.
In those two season-ending losses to Ohio State and Indiana, each of the last 2 years, 43% of their snaps gained 0 or fewer yards.
Yeah.
43%.
That ain't good.
They surrendered 21 tackles for loss. They surrendered 11 sacks and had 11 3-and-outs. And their defense gave up 97 points. So, to me, that is not dismissible information. That it leads me to believe that Oregon is further away than maybe some people think.
I mean, it's possible. I can go on. I watch more Big Ten football than I do anything else. And as I've watched those, I thought both of those last 2 years that Oregon was capable of making a deep run, but I didn't expect them to make a deep run. I thought both of those years they were ahead of the curve a little bit. And while I was not surprised that they lost, in fact, I picked them to lose both of those games, I certainly didn't expect them to get slapped the way they did. That was kind of alarming. And again, you look at those numbers, that's kind of one of those, oh my God. And I don't know what I chalk that up to, why you got embarrassed. Was that coaching? Was that not being prepared? Who knows?
Maybe they're just not as good as we think.
It's possible. But when I watch them on a week-to-week basis, I certainly think they are. But this is the year, to me, that I've been saying for the last 2 years, this is where it culminates. I mentioned that the TCUs and the Washingtons, you kind of put together everyone coming back and you end up with a year. I think Indiana had this last year, where everything kind of points to you're like, hey guys, we got a chance to have a special season. And I'm not saying if they don't win it this year that they can never do it again. This is the year where there's a lot of question marks around the other teams, and you don't have them. Everything is back. You have a top 8 position group at every position in the country. And in most of those, you have a top 3 in most of the key ones. Most of the experts, when you look at the numbers and everything coming back, you have either the number 1 defense or the number 2 defense and a top 3 offense when you look at coming back. And you've been really good in the regular season. You've been you've been cheeks in the postseason. But hopefully you would think that with Dante Moore now and some of that and some of your freshmen that have grown up a little bit, you took your lumps. Right? You grew, you failed, you grew, you failed, and finally you get over the hump, right? It's the Michael Jordan stuff. The Pistons, the Celtics kick your ass and eventually you get over the hump. This is the year that I think they should get over the hump. Now you got to go out and prove that you can do it, but you may be right. Maybe we are overvaluing
Well, I
them.
think the Indiana game is, you could say that the Ohio State Rose Bowl game 2 years ago was an outlier. It's like, well, the layoff, the whole thing, okay. But then to be hammered by Indiana the way they were last year, I think that shocked a lot of people.
I think you're right. I've nailed the head on this one. If they go out again where they get dump trucked in the CFP, there's got to be questions to be asked.
There should be questions.
And it's not that Dan Lannon's a bad coach. He's probably the right guy. But if they get dump trucked, man, this is where they need to start asking questions like, what are we doing that is wrong and other programs are doing that are right?
All I can go on is is talent. Again, coaching is something different. That's harder to quantify. And you both are right. If something happens here, then and what did I say? My only real question mark is the coordinators.
Right.
And if you have a disappointing season, you certainly can't point from a talent standpoint. If this season fails in one way or another, the blame will and should go to the coaching staff. But when I look at talent, when you look at teams that win, even that Indiana team last year, right? We think of Indiana as the little engine that could. No. There were NFL guys all over that team, and you see them in the NFL draft. When you look at Oregon's too deep, if you ask me, sports gun to my head, so are we going to go, in this world, let's go 3 years, right, from a recruiting cycle because of the transfer portal. In this year and in the next 2, there are 30 NFL players on this roster. 30. And of those 30, 20 of them are probably first 2 rounds, at least first 3-round guys. Like, this is the sort of team. And look, Ohio State was this last year, but they didn't get it done. And I think a lot of that was their quarterback. I thought Julian Sayin was a year off. I think if Ohio State had last year's team with this year's Julian Sayin, I think they win a national title. But they didn't. They had a freshman. And I think he cost them a national title. I think their coordinator cost them a national title. But when I look at Oregon, this is the sort of squad that Ohio State had last year, that when you look at the NFL draft, and we're not used to doing this, because Oregon gets a couple guys in the draft, and occasionally you get a high guy. The first 2 rounds of this draft next year are going to be littered. The next 2 years, they are going to be littered with Oregon Ducks. And if you don't end up having a deep run or winning it, you're going to look back and be like, my God, how did that team with all of that fail? So I don't mind putting the expectations on them, and they should have those expectations on themselves. There's no more hiding. You're not the little team out west. You're not this, oh, no one believes in us. Bull crap. You arguably have the most expensive roster in football, and you've been building towards this for 30 years. This is the culmination of it. It's time to put your big boy pants on and go be Ohio State, go be Alabama, go be that team that lives up to the expectations. Don't give me this, oh, it'd be nice. No.
You know what's interesting? Oregon, so you were talking about being littered with NFL players. Last year, Oregon had 7 players drafted.
Yeah.
You know how many Indiana had?
How many?
8.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this year, let's say it's... I think what I'm getting at is that the Indianas of the world are just as talented as Oregon. Maybe not everywhere, but you're just talking about them and their transfer portal rankings. You want to bet they have as many or as close to as many draftees this year as Oregon will?
They won't this year.
You don't think so?
So just from a starting 22, I'm not even going to talk about the depth. Mateo will be a first-round pick. Bear will probably be a third-round pick. Amari Washington will be a first-round pick. Tui will be probably a first or second-round pick. Linebackers, little young. If you want to pick out a spot there, that would be one where you're probably going to have to see another year or 2 of development. The transfer safety from Minnesota, Coy, will be a first-round pick. Brandon Finney Jr. will be a first-round pick. You will have 2 of your tight ends that in the next 2 years will be both of your tight ends. Certainly Johnson will be a top 2-round tight end, and the kid from Penn State may get there. Dante Moore will be a first-round pick. Who's the young receiver that you have?
Decorian Moore.
Decorian Moore will more than likely will end up being a second or first day guy in 2 years when he ends up getting drafted. Evan Stewart will be an NFL draft pick. Both of your running backs will be NFL draft picks. You have 2 offensive linemen that are going to go in the. I mean, it is.
Well, the way you're talking, they shouldn't even play the season.
But that's my thing.
Hand them the trophy.
It's not hand them the trophy, because all I'm saying is this is the sort of team that if this team was at Georgia, or if this team was at Ohio State, or if this team was at Miami, what would they say? We have to win a national title. It is national title or nothing. And at Oregon, people don't want to do that. We keep trying to do the mighty weird out here, and it's the little team out west. No, it is not a little engine that could.
I don't think they've been like that for a while.
Well, they love to play no one believes in us card, and it's ridiculous. Everyone should believe in them. Now go back it up.
I don't think they are going to believe them until they stop losing by 30 in the in the playoff. And that's my whole point.
And it's time to let your nuts drop. It's time to go play big boy football and finish the season, and don't get, they're going to be in the playoff. Now you have to go in there and prove that you belong on the stage with those other big boy teams. And
Purdue picked to finish last, if you must know.
Yeah.
Not even Rutgers. Purdue. Big Ten media poll.
Purdue.
Okay, football drama over the weekend. Next. Okay, so we had a lot of drama in football.
Hot drama talk?
Over the weekend. Well, Eric Bieniemy's wife got shot by his own son.
Yeah, how about that?
Or her own son.
Yeah, well, their own son.
And
she's going to be all right, though. She's not dead.
No, she didn't die.
Thank God.
But Kyle Shanahan got in a car accident. We found out about that, and it was pretty nasty.
Yeah, I got in one a couple weeks ago. And I love how it went from minor accident to then it was like broken ribs, clavicle, concussion, broken nose, and now it was being reported, like this morning on our station, minor injuries. Like, what?
Well, according to Chris Sims, he almost lost his eye.
Yeah.
Because Sims is buddies with him and his wife, and apparently his wife sent him a photo just after the accident. This was July 14th. Sent Sims a photo of Shanahan's eye popping out of his head.
Yeah, not good. Well, and so...
Sims said, when you first see it and it's fresh and some of the cuts are still wide open, I mean, it's jarring.
Yeah.
He says, it's jarring. He was this close to maybe losing his right eye.
Although, Like, do you need
Oh my God.
Do you need an eye to be a coach? I would make the argument that from an intimidation standpoint, some scars and an eye patch might toughen up, butch him up a little bit. Let's go, Shanahan.
Yeah, see, I don't think he would look that great with an eye patch because he's kind of a fancy lad.
He is kind of a handsome dude.
I would say there's one coach and one coach only in the NFL.
And he should get it. He should lose an eye just for like a sacrifice.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if he already has like a glass eye.
And I know where you're going with this. It's Dan Campbell.
It's Dan Campbell.
Yes.
Dan Campbell would be the best eye patch coach.
If Dan Campbell came out for like the NFC title game with an eye patch, Lions by 1,000.
Right.
He just comes running out and he's like, I gave up my eye so that we're going to win this game. Like, gave it to the gods instantly. It's fantastic.
A couple of others I could see with an eye patch.
Vrabel.
Oh, 100%.
For sure.
Yep.
And also, I think Sean Payton has eye patch material.
Really?
Or is eye patch material.
Interesting.
I do. Yeah, he's kind of a little...
He's a little doughy and soft,
little
though.
goober.
Would he go to this plastic surgery, though?
Yeah, I can't see him I can't see him an eye patch. But you're right about Vrabel. He could eye patch that thing up. I'm trying to think of, like Gruden could do an eye patch. I mean, he's not a coach anymore, but you need some grit to have.
Andy Reid.
Oh God.
Yeah.
He just looked like a fat pirate.
Right.
It'd be amazing.
The walrus.
Yeah.
Mustache.
Well, in all seriousness, I guess it was.
What about Tomlin if he were still around?
Oh, 100%. He could pull it off.
That'd be like that might be close to number one.
It could be, and it would put it over the top if he would eye patch and then smoke. Like, because he's kind of got the little afro going now. If he got an eye patch and then just started smoking like cools, instantly, Mike Tomlin becomes the most badass human being on the planet. I saw one. Who was the old, was it Jim Leland? I think I saw Jim Leland who would smoke. They auctioned off one of his uniforms. He had a pocket sewn into his jersey so they could keep his cigarettes.
Yeah.
Which was
You
just,
gotta have the darts in there.
I didn't know that could be that was a thing.
You gotta have him on the ready.
They sewed him in a chest pocket.
Well, they used to, in the olden days, they used to just roll them up in their sleeve.
Yeah. And I guess that's a bit of a no-no. So he was like, hey, he's like, MLB. He went to someone in the clubhouse and was like, I just need you to sew me a little flap here. Got to keep my Marlboros handy. Dude, coaching would be way better with smoking and eye patches. I stand by it.
This dart flap brought to you by
Yeah, you could put a sponsorship on there. Can cigarettes sponsor?
Nicorette.
Can cigarettes sponsor teams?
I don't think so. Yeah. Well, maybe. I don't know. I guess.
Well, booze can.
Money
right?
talks.
Yeah, well, let's what is the Zyn, right?
Zyn.
Like all the Dan Lanning lives on Zyns. You can see him in his back pocket. Oregon needs some NIL money. Slap a Zyn.
Cigarette companies cannot sponsor.
Why?
Health.
Yeah.
Health.
But we'll take your beer and gambling money.
Right.
I do love the moral pen that people draw with. And
soon to be, you're probably right. Zyn is probably next too. They'll figure it out.
Oh, 100%. What goes better with NFL coaches than Zyn? That's the most bro-y thing you can do. And by the way, you want to talk about like Sean Payton? Sean Payton, I don't know about an eye patch, but that guy has like 9 Zyns in. Remember that Dan Lanning Penn State game? How many Zyns did that guy have in the upper and lower? Because he was double-decker in that thing. I'm going to say minimum 17. He packed an entire can in there, and it was just like, let's do this.
The other bits of drama we had a commies coach get fired.
Yeah.
Because he got a Dewey.
Yeah, Dewey.
And then in North Carolina, we got Michael Lombardi, who is Bill Belichick's right-hand man.
He's the GM there.
He's been placed on administrative leave now.
He's got a HR problem that they're working through.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
What did he do? Did he get grabby?
We just know there was a complaint by a female, and we'll see where that goes.
What is that?
North Carolina said they take all these things seriously, and it will be investigated.
Probably a little honky,
Get a little honk.
I don't
know.
Honk. Just anytime
how's your father?
Anytime you're a male and a female that files a complaint against you, and HR puts you on a leave while they investigate. Look, can we start the clock until Lombardi and Bill and everyone there and his child bride are flushed out of that place?
Has anyone ruined their legacy more than Belichick by going to Carolina?
No. Dude, that guy is cooked. Would you see, too, that it came out this year that Sean Payton had the plan to get Belichick the all-time wins?
Yeah. Think how differently we'd think of him if that happened.
Wait, what?
So Sean Payton wanted to step aside as the head coach of the Denver Broncos. hire Bill Belichick.
This year?
This year. Well, it would have been last year.
It would have been last
year. Right. So Sean Payton was going to step down and run the offense. He's going to be the offensive coordinator. He was going to bring Bill in. Bill would be the head coach, and he would coach. He'd be the head coach until he got, because what was he, like 16 wins? Something short of Shula. So he would be the head coach as long as he needed to win, and then as soon as he won, he would step down and Sean Payton would resume the head coach position. AKA Sean Payton would be the head coach, but he would de facto get Bill some bogus wins. And apparently, like, the Broncos ownership and everyone was like, yeah, we're not doing that.
Peyton really wanted to do that?
Yeah.
Why?
Suckle at the power teat? I don't know. I mean, he obviously felt like Bill. I mean, he's obviously a disciple, and I don't know, it was kind of a weird idea because no one wanted Belichick. Bill went from unquestioned. That's like if Nick Saban couldn't get a job right now. Think about that. Like if Nick Saban had to go get a job like in the Mountain West. That's how far Bill Belichick has fallen. It's crazy.
All right, we got to get to the college football points gobbler coming up next. Stanford kids want to unionize, and we have an update on the Protect College Sports Act next.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, some sad news as the wife of Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy, Mia Bieniemy, was allegedly shot by the couple's son on Sunday night. Mia Bieniemy is hospitalized in a stable condition on Monday, and the son has been arrested. North Carolina football general manager Michael Lombardi, he has been placed on paid administrative leave by the university. This comes after there was a human resources complaint filed by a former UNC front office employee. And to add on to that, the Carolina football team is being investigated by the College Sports Commission, which is the entity that handles compliance and enforcement of NCAA and NIL rules. Tampa Bay Buccaneers defensive tackle Vita Vea, he has reportedly requested a trade from the team, according to Ian Rappaport. Vea was hoping to get a contract extension, but the two sides couldn't find an agreement. Now, Vita Vea wants out of Tampa Bay. Seattle Mariners lost earlier today to the Texas Rangers 7-3. Rangers took 3 of 4 in that series, and now the Mariners are 2.5 games behind those Texas Rangers in the AL West. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
All right, you've made it to another gobbler, college football. I think we have Monday Stock Watch, perhaps, coming up here as well. Very busy on a Monday. Controversial Monday.
I got Mets Braves coming up.
Yeah, you do. Boy, I tell you. I shouldn't tell you this.
Go ahead, tell me. It's all right.
I watched the Mets this weekend.
Yeah, we had a win.
Oh, my God, you guys are so bad.
We won. Hello.
Well, I think you won one.
Yeah.
But
well, what?
you won yesterday. I didn't see that one.
We beat the Dodgers. We beat the best team in baseball.
I watched Friday and Saturday, and I couldn't get over how crappy you were. Like, I watch the Royals sometimes, and they're just as bad because they can't hit. Yeah. You guys
can't do much of anything.
You can't do anything.
Well, Juan Soto's out now for basically ever.
I mean, I had to laugh. I was watching Bo Bichette play.
Don't do that. That's your fault for watching Bo Bichette.
And I'm like, who on earth thought it good to give this guy $40 million a year? He's terrible.
The Mets. I mean,
terrible.
It's what we do.
I could hit better than him.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, maybe not. Let's give him a little credit.
Yeah.
But still, they're so bad.
Yeah.
So incredibly bad.
And so now Soto is out, and they said it's the same calf, but it's going to be worse. I mean, Freddie Peralta, who's getting shipped out of town, even apologized. He felt bad.
Yeah.
He just said, look.
He let him down.
He let him down. He was like,
and he did. He sucks too.
I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, tell you
5-9 with a 5 ERA, that's not getting it done?
This is not a baseball segment.
No, it's not.
Maybe we can talk about this at some point, but there is just baseball. I don't know how you feel, but there's a lot of bad baseball.
100%.
And it seems to be getting worse.
Looking at you, Seattle Mariners.
No. Tampa Bay's good.
Mm-hmm.
Milwaukee's good. They're refreshing to watch. The Braves are good. There's good teams. It's just even the good teams. Like, did you see the base running blunder the other day? The Phillies. Phillies are pretty good.
Yeah.
Did you see what Real Muto did?
I did not see.
Bro, again, I don't want to belabor. Well, we can talk about this some other time. Well, no, I'll just tell you what he did. It's just little league stuff. Like there was a runner who was going to get caught in a rundown between third and home, right? Yeah. And he was rounding second. No, he was standing on third.
Yeah, he was going to third and actually was on third.
He made it to third while they're running down his teammate third to home, right?
Yeah.
What do you think he did?
Oh, did he go back?
He ran back to second.
Yeah, you can.
What? What are you, 12 years old?
Mm.
And for those that don't understand that, The guy that's going to get tagged out in the rundown
You
is
can't-
probably he's going to be out.
You can't go back.
You can't. Well, you can, but you're going to get tagged out. If you just stand on third, you will be on third.
Yes. Only one of you can get out, and yet alone, but you don't want both.
He made it was double game ending. Ended the game.
That ended the game?
Yes.
Yeah, it was the 9th inning. Down by 1.
Ouch.
I mean, it's stuff like that.
And he's a good player.
What I don't care who you are. If you are playing Major League Baseball, you should know not to do that. Like, honestly, what are you thinking? I know not to do that.
Yeah. What makes you feel any better? The Mariners have lost 5 of 6 and 3 or 4 from the
Leave it to the Mariners to make
Rangers.
Jock Peterson look like Barry Bonds. God. Yeah, they suck too. That's another one. I texted your brother. He's my go-to Mariner guy.
Yeah.
I said, is it possible, hear me out on this, is it possible that Dominic Canzone is better than Julio Rodriguez? Is that possible? And I'm saying he's not more talented. He's not. But, my God, he at least did something.
Well, you see Cal Raleigh blaming the World Baseball Classic.
And by the way, he agreed with me. Yeah, whatever. He sucks too.
So Cal Raleigh sucks.
They
and
all suck.
And someone asked him if maybe the World Baseball Classic getting benched, and he didn't say that it was the problem, but he kind of alluded, maybe. Who's to say if that's the reason why I suck or not? But yeah, it's more than likely.
There's bonus baseball.
There's bonus baseball. Everyone's terrible.
Everyone is terrible. Now to college football. I have an update on the Protect College Sports Act,
Yes.
and this seems to be gaining some momentum in the Senate.
Okay. It's really,
It's a Senate bill.
this is kind of their Hail Mary to try to put some semblance of a
Yeah.
cork in the leaking, bloated corpse of the NCAA.
Now, you say Hail Mary, and it very well may be. I don't know, but it sure seems like the more it gets written about, the less it looks like a Hail Mary, and more it looks like maybe something that could happen.
Possible. I think that every time, I think people want this to be a thing, but the more you look into it, the chances that you're going to get bipartisan support to get anything passed at this point, let alone this, I'll believe it when I see it. So I know that everyone tries to talk about this like it's some sort of thing that will save it, but when I listen to smart people that are actually attorneys, they all seem to think that this is still a bit of a long shot. But
Okay.
it's their best chance to try to put some navigational buoys in the waters of college football and college sports in general.
Wait, it's a long shot, but it's their best chance?
Yes, because there isn't another solution to this other than the collective bargaining
So
thing.
then
which-
why would it be such a long shot?
because it's probably not going to happen. If you do you understand the definition of a Hail Mary? If you had better options, you wouldn't be throwing a Hail Mary. But that's your if we're down by 6,
I don't know.
and we're on the 40, we got our own 40, we got to throw it up in the air. Look, it's not likely going to happen, but it's our best chance.
Yeah, I give it a little bit more of a. I've handicapped this.
Okay.
I give it a little bit more of a I think it's more possible than just a long shot, but they've got a ways to go. So here's what Ross Dellinger, Yahoo Sports, said today. He said an update on Senate bill negotiations. During a 2-hour call Sunday, Senators Cruz, Cantwell, and Schmidt continued negotiations with 6 conference commissioners and Notre Dame AD Pete Bavacqua, committing to finalize revised bill language today. The call, which ended after midnight and also included Yankees president Randy Levine and Cody Campbell. That's very random.
Yeah.
Why is the Yankees president involved?
I don't know.
Can anyone tell me
This
that?
is just some rich guy that probably is getting bought off by someone or is trying to pay someone off.
The Yankees president?
Yeah, who knows?
And then Cody Campbell's in there? He's
Where-
just a booster.
Where did this guy go to school? Well, everyone's got a tie somewhere.
Move negotiations near a place of agreement with the leagues, and there remains an aggressive effort for a floor vote next week. However, finalized language is necessary. Discussions on the call centered on a $25 million retention pool for schools to use to retain players in addition to the $21.3 million revenue share cap, plus a $5 million women's credit for women's athletes only. The credit would push the annual per-school all-encompassing cap to $51 million. However, such an increase in the cap must be paired with restrictive language related to NIL deals with associated entities, MMR's sponsors. The language must close the loophole that schools are using to circumvent the cap. If not, the $51 million becomes a new floor instead of a ceiling. The call comes days after leader John, is it Thune or Thune? I don't know. Tune.
I think it's Thune, is it
not? Is it Thune?
I think so.
Told Hill reporters that he did not expect the bill to reach the floor by the time senators broke for a month-long recess on August 7th. However, he seems to be changing his tune a little bit today, and he's saying there has been movement.
The market has it right now at about an 18% chance.
Of what?
Passing. Prediction markets.
Okay.
So, it's, again, the idea that you can get all of these people to come together and the conferences to come together and give $1 billion industry antitrust protection that no one else gets, that's a hard putt, man. And again, you're still, at the end of the day, you're forcing wage scales on people that aren't employees. Like that is a tremendous ask. And yeah, the only real reason that this even has a chance is because we like to yell and say that, well, we like college sports and we don't like the way it's going, therefore we need to make a change by breaking a bunch of laws. So we want you to pass new laws. Like when that goes before reasonable people that aren't real sports people, and this goes to the general vote, there's going to be senators that are going to look at this and be like, what exactly are we doing? We wouldn't do this for anyone else. Why are we doing it for you? And that's why I still believe when I read through smart attorney types that they all say, long way to go. But it's their best chance. Because if this doesn't work, you got two choices. And that's continue with the chaos that you have, where you can't enforce jack crap, and it's just kind of, playing whack-a-mole, or, you come to the table and you try to deal with the players. As you mentioned, one university is already trying to unionize.
Yeah, Stanford, that's the other notable notation of note. Stanford football players have formed a campus chapter of the College Football Players Association, making the Cardinal the first team to partner with the organization, which aims to eventually unionize college athletics.
Yeah.
The players are not yet petitioning to form a union or be deemed employees, but their announcement Monday marks a first step toward building a structure for college athletes to collectively bargain, much like professional athletes, a once verboten idea that has gained popularity in recent years as high-level college sports become more professionalized.
If the Save College Act doesn't come in, I think your most likely thing is conferences, unions, conference within unions. Instead of having one big pot, I think you're more than likely to start seeing ACC, Big Ten, everyone will form their own, and you'll be part of that union.
Isn't it funny that ACC snatches the Smarty Pants kids, Cal and Stanford, right at the very end, and then they become the ones to probably have the first union because the Smarty Pants kids are ahead of the curve?
Remember, Northwestern tried this a couple years ago.
Several years ago.
Yeah, several years ago. Didn't work. I think someone else did it too and didn't.
Well, that went all the way to Supreme Court.
Yeah.
And they punted. Yeah. The Supreme Court punted on the idea that college athletes are employees.
But now,
because that's the real question.
But now you're at the point where that argument no longer, we all know they're employees. So, which is why they want to go to the SAVE Act, the Save College Sports Act, because if you don't, your only option at that point is to unionize, and then that turns into employees, and the colleges don't want that. So we'll see where this goes. I'll tell you what, in 3 or 4 years, college sports will look nothing like what we're used to seeing. One way or another, something has to change. This model that we have is not sustainable, and something will come along and crash into it. And what that is, God, I don't know.
All right, let's get to our stock watch.
Bro.
It's Primetime Stock Watch. What's all the hype? Are Isaac and Suk buying it or calling BS and unloading it fast?
Sounds to me like you guys are a couple of bookies.
Is the hype accurate or a bunch of hot gas? Before you buy or sell, listen close.
It's easy to grin when your ship comes in and you've got the stock market beat. But the man worthwhile is the man who can smile when his shorts aren't too tight in the seat.
Primetime Stock Watch is brought to you by 1-800-DIVORCE. When you need to take stock of your rights, 1-800-DIVORCE is on your side. Call 1-800-DIVORCE today.
All right, here is Stephen Freedom.
That's right.
Stock Watch.
I am here.
Right in the butt.
That's right. That too. Let's continue with a little college football, shall we, fellas? Friend of the show, Dave Bartu, he actually caused quite a stirring in a good way over the weekend. He brought out a lot of information. I believe it was like 22 straight tweets he had just of college football information. Was getting a lot of recognition from tons of people in the media. But the one thing that caught my eye, guys, was he was talking about the college football playoff and the amount of teams. And he said 12 is the perfect number. He said if you add teams, you don't end any argument. You just relocate it and you water down everyone that's already in the college football playoff. He said 12 is the sweet spot. Every team in it has a real claim, where 16 waters it down, 24's participation trophy. The fix isn't more teams. It's making all 12 earned.
Right.
And ending the guarantee bid. So, guys, buy or sell. The CFP, as it is right now, 12 teams with guarantees of the Power 4 conferences and one group of 5 team is actually the best version of the college football playoff.
Yes.
We should not change it.
I don't think they need to change it. I am with Dave in that anything beyond that, I think you're getting into who cares territory. You're at that point, you're asking me, that's like the 65th college basketball team. I don't care. I don't even think there's 12 teams in the country that can win the title every year. So would I be okay with it going to 16? Maybe. Because then you maybe a team like Texas last year, sure, you want to squeeze them in, but 12 is getting to where you might convince me that 14 or 16 that you could back those teams in. But I like the fact that the regular season has some teeth. I like the fact that, 3 losses and you can't feel comfortable about getting in despite what your schedule says. So 12 to me is the perfect number of you have the right amount of teams and the regular season still has some teeth and there's still some skin in the game. I don't need more than 12.
So I'm gonna sell this, but I also think Dave is right. So I read Dave's piece. I didn't see it on social media, but I read it. And
because it goes to his Patreon.
Yeah, and he let that one go for free, and everyone should read it. Like Dave is so smart about this stuff, and he is so, and he also backs what. Well, he doesn't really even have opinions. He just forms opinions based on the numbers that he runs.
Yes.
And so what he did was. And we'll talk about this probably get him on at some point here soon, and we'll talk all about it. We'll get in depth on it. But what he was talking about was 12 is the perfect number if you eliminate automatic qualifiers, which Stephen alluded to. The problem is they're never going to eliminate automatic qualifiers. Therefore, I actually sell this, and I think 16 is best if you are going to have automatic qualifiers, like, the James Madisons or the, whatever. So the 12, in theory, the 12 best teams on merit, that's perfect. He's right about that. But we're never going to get that. So I would prefer 16. I also think that I like the fact that it's a clean bracket and there are no buys. Yeah. I think 16 is good in that way. I don't know that the 16, 15, or 14 seed could ever really win a national championship, which is kind of the whole point of why he's saying 12 is best. But they're never going to get rid of automatic qualifiers.
Should the group of 5 be invited?
Yeah, I think.
Or are we over this?
I think you have to get the group of 5 because then otherwise there's.
What's the point?
What's the point?
Which is why 16 is best, in my opinion.
Giving them an opportunity, I do think, because then you get the Hoosiers like Rocky, and not Indiana Hoosiers, I'm talking about the movie Hoosiers or the Rocky syndrome. I think it's always important to let the little guy have a chance to prove it. And one day if you get hot and you go on that run, hey man, greatest story in college sports history.
Yeah, it's always good to have that. It's this NCAA tournament has proven that.
Right.
However, Dave, in his article, and there's a lot in there, but he said, Notre Dame, he was talking about the difference between strength of schedule and strength of record.
Right.
It's like two totally different things. Strength of schedule is not predictive at all. I think he said like 17 I don't want to go into the numbers. You can read it. You should read it.
Yes.
But he said strength of record is what people are trying to say when they're saying strength of schedule, and strength of record is your resume. Strength of schedule is just one component of that, which is your opponents.
Because he gets pissed at the SEC when they always say
exactly.
The strength of schedule is like, you're not even talking about the right thing.
It's
pretty
right.
funny.
It is funny. He's like, Lane Kiffin has a point, but he's using the wrong example. type of thing. But he made the point that Notre Dame 2 years ago was the second best team in the country based off of strength of record, and they did not get into that stupid tournament.
Yep.
And that can't happen. That just cannot happen. So therefore, I think 16 is best, or even 24.
All right. How about this, guys? It's officially official. 76ers, they announced that LeBron is officially in Philadelphia as a 76er, the NBA's all-time leading scorer. Of course, 2-year deal, $8 million, second year, a player option. Also, of note, LeBron will not be living in Philadelphia. He'll be living in New York and commuting to Philadelphia. Not the first time that happened. JJ Redick actually did this as well. Like, he lived in Brooklyn and would get public transit over to Philadelphia every day. It's not a big deal, but
Public transit?
yeah, JJ Redick would.
I promise you that LeBron is not.
No,
taking
LeBron, the rumor is he's going to go helicopter.
Well, Kobe did
Dude,
that.
that's badass.
When Kobe lived
Yeah.
in Malibu or
Right.
whatever, Kobe would and that's the hell.
A lot of people are like, please don't do this, LeBron.
Yeah, because that. But yeah, LeBron.
Wait, JJ Redick would take the bus?
There's like
Or the train?
there's like the Amtrak.
There's
yeah.
probably a
Yeah,
train.
because there's a lot of people that live in New York that
Yeah.
work in Philadelphia and vice versa.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so he did that for like 2 years.
I love that.
Well, during the offseason, Philly opened up at plus 6,000 to win the NBA title. After they got Jaylen Brown, went down to 2,200. Now, after getting LeBron, it actually went to plus 600, which now it is now
Wow.
settled at about plus 900, which is tied with the Knicks as the best odds in the Eastern Conference. But LeBron on the 2-year, $8 million deal, player option year 2, guys, buy or sell. LeBron James will not finish his career in Philadelphia.
No, this is it. He'll finish it. I mean,
He'll finish in Philly, not play anywhere else?
No, I mean, at some point, I mean, my God, he can't play until he's 50. This 2-year deal, he'll be done. He'll be done after this.
Could be a 1-year deal.
I'll sell that. He's got more left. He can't stop. He can't stop.
He can go back into free agency.
Yeah. No. Cleveland, he can orchestrate anything. I guess the idea now has come out that he was trying to get Jaylen Brown to Cleveland for Donovan Mitchell so that he could go back to Cleveland. But that's why he's in Philly, because Jaylen Brown went to Philly.
He'll be 42 this season. You think he's going to play at 45?
I think he's going to want to. And listen, I hate to say this, I do, because LeBron is the best ever. But LeBron is going. He's not even there yet. This is the whole point. The whole point is he's still a pretty productive player.
Yeah.
There is going to be a year, maybe 2, of sad LeBron, where it's going to be like, oh my God, dude,
I hope
hang it up. He's not even there yet.
I'm with Suk. I hope not, but I kind of with you, Rob. I don't think he's finished in Philly. I cannot see him retiring as a Philadelphia 76er as his last final game.
Well, and what if they don't win it? I mean, he wants another ring.
If they win it, I could see him retiring on top. But if they don't win, I think he's trying to ring chase.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's
Which is
already
fine.
ring chasing, and I do think that's fine. I get it.
That's the point of sports, is to win.
But that's right. He's not ring chasing because he's still a big part of it.
Right.
Ring chase is like
that's a derogatory. I didn't mean it in a derogatory way. I meant it in an actually positive way.
Yeah, but I think what we're saying is he will eventually be a ring chaser.
Could be.
In the truest sense, because he's not going to be that good, but people are going to want him on their team.
The Gary Payton in Miami, stuff like that.
I'll tell you what. Karl Malone, right, and was in his 40s. A 44-year-old LeBron that you could bring in to play 14 to 15 minutes a night. Yeah, I mean,
it's not the worst thing. I mean, I've seen worse players out there.
I
watched Chris Murray all
At
season.
some point, everyone falls off the cliff. Everybody does. And I just wonder where his cliff is. It has to happen.
Oh, well, it does have to happen. But I don't know, man.
You can't go forever.
No, but he can certainly play more than 2 more years than Philly.
Steroids say different. Oh, what?
There's your Stock Watch, brought to you by Goldberg Jones. When it comes to divorce, custody, or child support issues, trust Goldberg Jones to help. Call 1-800-DIVORCE. Phone questions answered at no charge. In the news is next. How do we feel about Warm Springs William? Next.
From the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the wife of Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy, Mia Bieniemy, was hospitalized and put in stable condition today after she was allegedly shot by the couple's son on Sunday night. The son has been arrested with this situation. North Carolina football general manager Michael Lombardi, he's been placed on administrative leave by the university. This comes after there was a human resource complaint filed by a former UNC front office employee. And to add on to that, the North Carolina football team is also being investigated by the College Sports Commission, which is the entity that handles compliance and enforcement of NCAA and NIL rules. Tampa Bay Buccaneers defensive tackle Vita Vea has requested a trade from the team, according to Ian Rappaport. Vea was hoping to get a contract extension, but the two sides could not find an agreement, and now Vea wants out of Tampa Bay. And the Mariners lost again today to the Texas Rangers 7-3. Rangers take 3 of 4 in this pivotal series. Mariners now 2.5 games behind the Rangers in the AL West. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
See, we're making it our own here.
I like where we're going.
Hey, we can do this.
This has a super terrific Japanese happy hour. This feels very Asian.
Yeah, it does.
Like
And you're on it now.
Yeah? Well, I mean, me and the Asians, we go hand in hand.
Copyright free, baby.
I'm big in Asia.
Hey, by the way, I wanted to read a text because I loved it.
Sure.
We were talking about Kyle Shanahan almost losing an eye.
Yeah. And possibly having to have a kick-ass eye patch.
And there was a texter to the fan text line who said, been a teacher for 16 years. About 10 years ago, I had a student who had a glass eye. One day during class, her eye popped out and rolled across the room.
Ooh.
I kept teaching, grabbed a napkin, and returned it.
Seems like the sensible thing to do. I mean,
she put the eye back in, and no one ever said a word about it.
Really? So,
isn't that awesome?
I find that unbelievable.
What?
Yeah, doesn't she have to disinfect the eye?
Well,
or no?
I'm more blown away by the fact that no one's look. If I'm in a room and someone's eye comes out, and no one said anything, I would raise my hand and be like, "We're just not going to talk about that."
Well, they didn't catch it. Apparently, well, kids are dumb.
No one saw that.
Well, they aren't looking at the floor. You know.
Incredible.
It'd be like it's like a rat scurrying across. Like, you don't always see them.
Look, I feel like if I'm in a class, I'm gonna notice that.
It's actually pretty neat.
It's kind of cool. But if you have a glass eye, I mean, everyone knows. I mean, clearly she has the glass eye. You would think,
but no one at the moment saw it come out, so they didn't. Nobody reacted. I just think that's awesome.
That'd be the best thing to happen in that class all year.
What a great teacher too.
Yeah, he's Johnny on the spot.
Just kept teaching.
Just kept on going.
Picked up a napkin. Here's your eye back.
A napkin, brother.
It is July. What is today?
27th.
It is July 27, 2026. It is time now for In the News. I am your noted and humble newsman. Thank you.
Can't believe it's almost August.
I know.
This year going by very fast.
Yeah.
We say it every year.
Yeah. Brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Today is National Chicken Finger Day.
Who doesn't love some chicken tendies?
It is also Bagpipe Appreciation Day.
No, I love bagpipes as well.
It's chicken.
Living over in Scotland, one of the great things. The bagpipe is it's underrated. Like we don't get them enough in our country unless you live like in Chicago. And bagpipes are they're delightful.
Very majestic.
Yes,
the bagpipe.
Now, given my choice between a world without bagpipes and a world without chicken tendies, I'm gonna have to go without the bagpipes. But I don't want to live in a world without chicken tendies. I just don't.
No, they're more practical than bagpipes.
Really are. Shout out, by the way, you mentioned Reel 'em In last week on the show. Somehow we were talking about Reel 'em In, and
what is Reel 'em In?
It's a bar over in Portland.
Oh yeah. We were talking about the Willamette Week.
The Willamette.
The readers poll.
Yeah, the Willamette Week top places and stuff.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor.
Top places and stuff.
Head over to the top places and stuff.
Willamette.
Head over to the Reel 'em In and get yourself some chicken tendies. You're welcome. Just saying.
Boom.
That is
Boom.
a chicken tendy.
Boom.
Wow! Be careful because you're going to be tempted to order like the 5-piece. You don't need the 5-piece. These tendies are it's
big tendies.
It's a big tendy. Yeah. Just be careful that you know, eyes bigger than your stomach.
God, that thing's enormous.
Nice 3-piece tendy will do you just right.
Well, we've got wildfires burning.
Yeah, we're farting on the rest of the country if you haven't seen the map. Have you seen it?
Well, us in Canada.
Yeah. It's we need to apologize to the rest of the country because we're just blowing smoke all over you.
Would you like to do that on behalf of the West?
I'm sorry. On behalf of the West, it's not going, and we knew it was going to be this way. Like we're still in July, and they're saying that we're already surpassed what a normal fire season would be.
Yeah,
we're going to lap it.
A nearly 80-mile stretch of Interstate 84 is closed in both directions between Baker City and Ontario.
Yeah.
As wildfires continue to ravage that area. Which brings us to Warm Springs, William. And I wonder what you think of Warm Springs, William. Of course, Warm Springs is about 2 hours east of Portland.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't know that that's true. But I know the fires are about 2 hours east of Portland.
So let's just go with that.
And so I would imagine Warm Springs is close by.
Yeah, I would think.
Because thousands of people have been forced to evacuate out there.
Not this man.
Not longtime Warm Springs resident William Wilson.
He said, not up in here.
So he said, when I observed the fire getting on top of that ridge and it started to get closer and closer, my level of stress increased a little bit. But rather than leave, Wilson, who is a former firefighter, chose to stay. He said, I made a decision to myself as a prior firefighter to stay here in my home and make a stand to protect it.
Get off my porch.
Now, I don't... Like, what are you gonna do as one man? You know what I mean? Like,
this was kind of my
Is this
thing.
like the Mount St. Helens guy?
It felt a little bit that way.
Harry Truman?
Yeah, felt
like
a little bit that way.
You can make a stand, but now all that's going to happen is your house is going to burn. If it comes far enough, your house is going to burn and you're going to die.
Yeah, he said, I saw the story, and he claimed that because he was a former firefighter, he stood a fighting chance.
Right.
What? Okay, I get it. You can clear the shrubs around, you can rake the forest around your house. You can get out your little garden hose. You can get out your Mr. Turtle Pool sprinkler. But if a raging fire comes at you, no, you're not going to do anything. This does feel kind of, it's heroic and noble, but also extremely dumb.
Now let's read on, and you tell me. Like I'm a little confused. It says his preparation paid off.
Yeah, did it? The fire just stopped.
Exactly. That's kind of my thing. But he says, or this article says, the fire ultimately stopped at the crest of a nearby hillside, short of his property.
Yeah.
Wilson said that during his time as a firefighter, crews have cleared miles of brush and trees in the area surrounding his home. Work that gave him a fighting chance when the fire arrived.
Yeah, but he didn't do that. Someone else did.
Right. Well, I think he was part of the. I think he's insinuating that he was part of the crew.
Oh, see, I did not get that. I think he just was like, "Hey, some guys cleaned some brush around me, so I thought I had a chance." Nothing. He just got lucky. He didn't want to leave, and he got lucky. And I'm glad he got lucky because I don't want to see someone die over stubbornness.
He said that created about 200 feet of defensible space for just a situation like this. We never knew it was going to happen or not, but when it does happen, those lines are there and available. Okay, so that's what stopped the fire then?
No, the fire stopped short of all that. It just stopped on the hill.
Okay, so if it had hit that space...
We don't know.
What would have happened?
No one knows. Problem is that when you have these fires, yes, you can clear, you said 200 feet, but I don't know if you know about fire. When the wind blows...
Tell me about fire.
It carries it over, and then it lands on your roof from 200 feet away, and then you're on fire.
Own fire emojis.
So, you know... Yeah, you try to clear the brush, but you know, the guy got lucky. He got lucky. I'll just tell you this. As a non-former firefighter, myself, when current firefighters tell you to evacuate or you're going to die, probably listen to the current firefighter that says, leave. Just saying.
Tech says, guy saved his home. He's a hero. Lay off the guy.
But he
Well,
didn't.
I think he's being a smart ass there.
Could be.
But
in
the event that he's not,
yeah.
What did he do to save his home besides
he stayed?
Get on the news?
Well, nothing.
Springs Willie.
It was just a good story that he didn't die.
Yeah, and he still got his house.
Yes.
At least right now.
Yes.
All right, Salem police are investigating a man. We'll tell you why next. All right, this is in the news, July 27, 2026. I almost said 2027.
Oh, the old 2020.
I was fast forwarding a year. I don't want to do that, though, because then we'd all be a year older.
Yeah. And who wants that?
Who wants that?
What? Maybe some like 17-year-old on 20
Yeah.
trying to get legal
Probably
booze.
the 20. Yeah, exactly.
Whoa.
Seniors in college.
There you go.
Although senior year in college is pretty fun.
Yeah, do you,
You
really
don't want that to
Yeah,
end.
do you really want to kick ahead on that?
No.
Enjoy it.
What if maybe you just blew out your Achilles?
Oh,
Then you want to fast forward a year.
yeah.
Right.
Dude, major surgery sucks. It's not even the getting injured part, it's the recovery. It's just mind-numbing.
Salem police are investigating a man.
Just, hey, man, just randomly. They just pick someone out of a hat. We're like, hey, we'll investigate you.
You get over here. We investigate you.
Don't investigate me. Whoa. You look suspicious. I've gotten that one.
Well, you do.
Walk into the wrong neighborhood. I've had the olds call. The cops show up. What are you doing? Walking.
How dare you?
I know.
Salem police investigating a man who approached females asking them to get into his vehicle.
Yeah, you can't do that.
He should be. You know what? In fairness, we joked. He should be investigated.
Yes. We got to find out, hey, why are you asking these women to get in your vehicle?
Right.
Well, that's a weird way. Like, you can ask someone out on a date, but you can't just be like, hey, do you want to go out? And by the way, get in my car.
Hey, get in my van.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk.
The van's worse.
Then I'll put on my charm.
Right. Get in my van first, then talk second.
Now, if I ask someone to
Should
get
be the opposite.
Now, if I ask someone to get in my electric vehicle, that's better than asking them to get in my van, right? I mean,
how many women would you have to ask? Let's say that you are out there in your EV.
Yeah.
Your little soy boy EV.
Yeah.
And you ask 175 women consecutively. You say nothing else. You say, get in my EV.
Well, how am I proposing that? Like,
get in my EV.
That's it. I just
That's
randomly.
what he's doing.
I'm sure there's more to it than that.
Hi.
I have
get
to,
in my EV.
There has to be some sort of there has to be some sort of allure. I'm 0 for 175 if I just am standing outside of my car and I say, get in my car. You know what? Someone might get scared enough where they would.
I actually would think less of the person that get it. Like, I'd be more scared of them. Like, if you offer that, you say, get in my EV, and they're like, sure. I would think something's wrong with them.
Right.
That's true.
What if
more
she
than
goes,
I think something's wrong with Sook.
She goes, finally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is my dream. Like, this is what I want.
Finally.
But if you allow me follow-ups, 175, I think I can get like 2.
In there?
2.
But you're trying to coax them?
Yeah.
You're trying to lay on some charm?
There's some sort of coax. I'll get 2. There'll be a big gal.
It was a white Toyota Corolla.
Yeah, that Corolla's tough. I got a nicer car than that.
I got the Camry. I got the
the
upgrade.
Camry. The van, it's 0 for 175.
Right. No chance.
No one's getting in a van.
Now, I will say he doesn't say get in. He asks if they want to get in.
Oh.
So that's a little softer.
Hey, do you want to get in?
Would you like to go for a ride? I think if I did that, would you like to go for a ride? I'm getting 1.
Yeah, I agree with Sook. I think he gets...
You get a ride?
I think he gets multiple. I would say at least 2.
You put me in Gresham, maybe 2. I got to be in the certain part of town.
Because Sook can charm you.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
But you can't lay on any charm. It's just look at him. He looks like
know.
a white supremacist.
He does, but if he goes, hey, would you like a ride? And says it nicely.
And the fact that I'll tell you what. You put me off like 120th in division. Have you seen the people walking around there? Someone's taking me up on that simply for the ride.
I'd take the over 1.5.
Or they think you have drugs.
That
Again, possibility. Something cool's about to go down.
But they're still in the van.
Yeah,
they're still in the truck, and it counts.
I think someone's getting in the car.
I agree.
In a nice West Lynn, I'm arrested before I ever get to 175. Telling you, outside the Safeway, 120th in division, someone's getting in my car. Someone's getting in. But they got to investigate him.
Yeah, they're looking into the guy. Now a lot of the women girls were minors.
Oh my god.
So, but he did ask, "Hey, would you like to get in my vehicle?"
So he's a friendly
Maybe he's a racist.
creep. Boy, people are still doing the get in my car thing, huh? I guess the classics never go out of style, right? That's that old stranger danger. We learned that with the stop, drop, and roll. Don't talk to strangers. Don't get in a van and stop, drop, and roll. My God.
Warm Springs Willie wouldn't do that.
No. He'd say, nope. Get on out of here. Rough talk him.
Well, if you saw over the weekend, but Seattle police are looking for 2 base jumpers who leaped off the Space Needle on Friday night.
I think they leapt.
I think it's leaped.
They leaped?
Yeah, that's what it says here.
Really?
Unless they...
2 people leaped? I think they leapt. They leapt off.
I would have said leapt, but this reads leaped.
I saw the video.
Maybe it's a bit like pleaded?
Could be. Pled. Yeah.
Pleaded.
Hey, Seattle, it was getting loose up in Seattle.
Google says both are correct. Leaped and leapt are both fine.
Okay.
Because we had the shooting up at the food festival, and then these bros went up to the Space Needle and Peter Panned off of it.
2 guys burst out and they sprinted up to the window. I'm talking like 10 seconds. Sprint all the way to the top, climb over, run, and do a backflip off of the Space Needle.
Yeah, there's video of it. It's pretty cool.
I mean, it was so crazy because everyone was just scared at first when they ran out, said a man named Jacob, who was near the observation deck.
Well, we can rely on Jacob to give us the lowdown.
He is visiting from Boulder, Colorado. When he realized what was happening, he pulled out his phone and started recording. That initial moment when they burst out from the bathroom, it was really scary because I didn't know what the heck they were doing, and it looked a little creepy because they were all covered up. But it only took like 1 or 2 seconds before I realized, oh my God, they're going to base jump. So I grabbed my phone.
Yeah.
His video was viewed 5 million times in 24 hours. One of the crazy things is people who were a couple of stories down were commenting saying, oh my God, we just saw them fall past us. It was crazy.
I will tell you, if you're like down below in the elevator, before the chutes come out, I'm guessing that's like, oh my God, those guys are dead. And you see a little shoot and you're like, oh, okay. So they haven't caught him. They didn't get him on the way down.
Didn't get him.
Because that, by the way, that shooting happened right outside the Space Needle, like all in that same area.
Yeah.
So like I said, things were getting loose up at the over by Climate Pledge. I mean, is that dangerous to base jump off the Space Needle? I've never.
Yeah.
Is that pretty safe? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I would imagine if you got the chute and your chute works right, it's fine.
Yeah.
But you're not supposed to do it. It's illegal.
No. And I'm guessing we know who these bros are, so they're gonna get arrested. I don't know what.
Well, they covered their faces, so I don't know that they do know who they are.
No, I guarantee these 2 donkeys will be telling anyone and everybody that they did it. It's the whole reason you do it.
What if it was Dirt and Sprague?
Oh, I think we'd know if that was Dirt.
Well, why not Sprague?
Well, Sprague has a little more of the.
Wow.
Sprague has a little more of just a general look about him. Dirt, you're gonna be able to pick out. Like if the 3 of us went jumping, me and Steven would be a lot easier to catch than you. Or like you're blending in more than like if you and Steven base jump, I'm catching Steven.
That big fat.
You're catching him as he falls?
Well, no.
And you're right, I can get away with anything.
Yeah, you'll blend in.
Oregon State Police are...
By the way, I don't think I could get over that...
No, the wall.
The wall?
Yeah, they scaled the wall. It's pretty impressive. Because there's like a plexiglass.
Yeah, the wall looks to be about, like, what is that, like 15 feet?
Yeah, it's pretty high. They just jump right up on the top of it.
Tell you what, my big ass, and I'll take Dirt on this too. Dirt's not climbing up that wall, nor am I.
So based
chance.
on the wall,
Sprague.
Who are the most likely fan base jumpers?
It's Sprague.
I mean, it's not me.
Not you. You
not
ain't climbing. Not me.
I'm not climbing.
It's not Steven.
I'm also not jumping.
It's not Swag.
It could be lowercase.
Casey, yeah.
It ain't Danny. It ain't Patrick.
Lowercase and Brandon.
Those are the only 2,
It's
right?
the only 2. Brandon's, he's not,
You don't think so?
Nah. It's lowercase and it's Sprague. It's the only 2 that have any sort of shot at this.
Has anybody looked into lowercase or Sprague?
The one dude is pretty pasty white, as is Sprague.
Oregon State Police and the federales are investigating an assault in Clackamas County after 3 people posing as federal ICE agents pulled a driver over, detained, and assaulted them.
I saw this video too. This is also nuts.
The victim was driving on Highway 211 east of Woodburn the afternoon of July 17th when a car with flashing red and blue lights mounted on its roof got behind them. Believing they were being stopped by law enforcement, officials said, the person pulled over. 2 men approached the vehicle, one carrying a rifle, and told them they were ICE agents, Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents. and that they were being detained. The duo then reportedly removed the driver from the vehicle, searched them, and placed them in the back of their car.
That is terrifying because so many times you see these ICE agents, they have no identification. They won't identify themselves. They got masks on. How are you supposed to know?
I don't know how you would know.
No.
Honestly.
But I'll tell you what, if someone pulls you over with flashing red lights and they get out with an AR-15, yeah, you're probably going to get my attention. Some scary stuff.
Yeah, it's no good.
No. Don't like that at all. Are they okay? Like no one was like majorly hurt, right? Said it was assaulted, but...
Correct.
Okay.
They placed him in the back of their vehicle where a third man guarded the driver and assaulted them. The men wore tactical vests with police written on them. After about 15 or 20 minutes, they let him go. But according to Oregon State Police, the men were not real law enforcement. But the ruse apparently continued even after the fake traffic stop. The victim later went to a hospital to be treated for injuries received during the incident. While there, they said the victim began receiving text messages claiming to represent a law firm offering to help him in the matter.
Huh. What?
Yeah, this is weird.
Weird. So they haven't caught these guys?
No.
That's kind of terrifying stuff. Like, because what would you do? Like, if someone pulls you over with lights and a gun, you can't just be like, no, I'm not going to like obey you. Like that's terrifying. That's a new fear of mine unlocked. Like, what the hell are you supposed to do? I guess if you pulled over and you're a little weirded out, 911.
Yeah, State Police said they want to hear from anyone who saw suspicious activity in the area of Highway 211 near South Barlow Road on July 17th.
Well, I'm a big believer of, obviously, like when the cop pulls you over, do what the cop says. You know, it's going to go a lot easier for you. But, I mean, I get why people get nervous about these sorts of situations. And, you know, there ain't nothing wrong with dialing 911 and be like, hey, I want to make sure the person behind me is legit. And if something goes wrong, I would like to be on the phone with real police. Totally understand that.
A couple things that you could benefit from here. A couple bits of information. One is if a vehicle stopping you is not marked and there are unmarked units, the emergency lights would be built in. They are usually not temporary lights placed on the vehicle.
Yeah.
Like we used to, do you remember when?
Yeah, you put it on top. No, like
what was that? Was that like the Dukes of Hazzard did that?
No, that was like Police Squad. There was always like Miami Vice.
Yeah, they would just pull it out and put it on the...
No. So
well, pull out the light.
They're permanently on top, or a lot of them now have them. They're on the inside, like the whole windshield like lights up.
Try to stop in a well-lit area or a location where there are lots of people. Turn on your emergency flashers, but don't turn off your car. Lock your door, and then look for a uniform or other official department clothing.
But that's the thing is like with a lot of those ICE, like they're not wearing it. Like literally, they're dressed. They're just dressed like a gravy seal. Like they're wearing masks, and you can't tell.
Another one is look for. It says if you're unsure, ask the officer to display their department identification and badge. You can also ask where they work and if you can contact their dispatch center to confirm their identity. You may also ask for a marked patrol unit to respond. That's all good information, actually. In Oregon,
problem is a lot of those people. I'm sure
they just don't care.
They don't care, and I'm sure it's gonna go real well with some of these guys when you question their authority, or God forbid it's someone that's fake. Now you got a problem that you're onto the guy and he's got a gun pointed at you.
The other thing is in Oregon, law enforcement officials may not wear face coverings.
Good. So if someone is covered up, be aware.
Right. So there's some red flags there.
Yeah.
That you can try to pay attention to.
Yeah.
Who do you think I am?
That is no bueno. And they should catch those sons of bitches, and that you should be in a lot of trouble for that crap.
Yeah.
All right. In the news, July 27, 2026, brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Headlines are next on The Fan.
From the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the wife of Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy, Mia Bieniemy, was allegedly shot by the couple's son on Sunday night. Bieniemy was then hospitalized but is in stable condition on Monday. The son has been arrested in lieu of all of this. North Carolina football general manager Michael Lombardi, he has been placed on paid administrative leave by the university. This comes after there was a human resource complaint filed by a former UNC front office employee. And to add on to that, North Carolina football team is being investigated by the College Sports Commission, which is the entity that handles compliance and enforcement of NCAA and NIL rules. Tampa Bay Buccaneers defensive tackle Vita Vea, he has requested a trade from the team, according to Ian Rappaport. Vea was hoping to get a contract extension, but the two sides couldn't find an agreement. Now he wants out of Tampa Bay. And the Mariners, they lost again today to the Rangers 7-3. Rangers take 3 of 4 in that series, and now Seattle 2.5 games behind Texas in the AL West. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
All right, welcome back. Hope you're having a nice little Monday. We are your sportsmen. My name is Isaac. Hello, Big Sook right over there. Look at him. We've also got Stevie Freedom back in the saddle from Lake Tahoe, his big lake trip. Stevie likes to get into Lake Tahoe and swim. So
I don't think he does.
No, he does.
No, I do. I actually really like it.
You like the cold, huh?
I do. I love it. It actually feels really rejuvenating.
Yeah, it's like a cold plunge.
Yeah, because if you're there, like you're not splashing around in there. You're there. It is a therapeutic sort of thing.
Yeah, no, it is. It is really nice.
Because I've been down there when it's hot, and that water is still butt cold.
Really cold.
Really, really, really cold.
Yes. I loved it, though, because there's always like that one old dude who's like in a Speedo, and he's just swimming laps out there. He doesn't care. It's like 38 degrees. He's just dog paddling, living the dream out there. It's always some old guy, too. Always.
You know what the best part of today's show is?
Which guy?
No real Moda Center news.
Actually, there was a piece today.
What?
Yeah.
Jason Quick just put a bunch of stuff
dropped
out.
it.
Oh,
A bunch of stuff just dropped like 5 minutes ago.
Damn it.
Sorry.
Okay, do you know what? Let me rephrase. Do you know what the best part of the first 2 hours of our show was today?
Right there.
No Moda Center nonsense.
Not so fast.
But now we have Moda Center nonsense. What can you can you tell us?
It was confusing because the headline of the story is that Jamie Dunphy is say because Dunphy
he's the chair
of
the city council.
So he wrote a letter inviting the Blazers to the negotiation table on Thursday. They're going to have a big work sesh.
Yeah.
And Dunphy is saying that the Blazers have told him, pound sand, we're not coming.
What is that?
Okay.
And then Jason Quick has it where the Blazers president, old Hankins,
yeah.
He's saying that no decision has been made yet whether or not the Blazers will attend the Thursday city council meeting.
Cool.
So Dunphy is saying they said no. The Blazers are saying, well, no, we haven't made a determination. And then Dunphy again continues with his rhetoric saying, they won't talk to us, screw them, is this why they're trying to leave? So he's turning up the rhetoric. And then the Blazers are saying on condition of anonymity that they are tired of doing this in public and they just want the city council to shut up and that they want to get a deal. They're saying they want to get a deal done, but they're not going to do this in public. That's not the way they want to do things. And so let's just please keep it quiet.
Okay. Well,
so basically they may or may not show up on Thursday.
Literally nothing there.
Yes.
They don't need to be there on Thursday.
They do not. But
I think it's a fair point to say, hey, just let's go behind closed doors and just work it out.
Yes.
I think that's fair.
But it's also fair for Dunphy to say, hey, you didn't like our term sheet. We don't really know what you want, supposedly. So can you please send someone to talk to us?
What?
So,
okay.
I mean, so as of right now, they have a scheduled work session from 2 to 5 on Thursday. Will the Blazers show up? According to Dumphy, no. According to the Blazers, maybe.
They might. Who knows?
Yeah, he said, we've been told verbally by the Blazer leadership that they will not be attending and they will not be responding to my invitation in writing. He said, we have still not received any requested documentation ahead of our work session, and without that information or participation of the Blazers, I'm not sure what purpose the work session can even serve. Quote, very disappointing.
That sigh by you, Rob, was just so good. That's how I feel.
It's just exhausting.
It is tiresome.
Let's talk flag football. Well, look, I was talking to somebody about this on the golf course yesterday. They were saying, man, he was like, I had to shut you guys off. And I always hate hearing that. You know, it's like,
it's tough.
But he understood. He's like, yeah, I know you got to cover that story, but I'm just over it.
I think a lot of people are.
Yeah.
It feels at this point you're just putting your head through a glass, a glass wall. So it's like.
So we'll give you the news, but we don't need to belabor it.
No, until there's a vote or.
I hadn't seen any of that.
Yeah.
But.
I mean, he just put it out. So my thing is, the county votes August 6th. Supposedly the city votes.
12th.
No.
Oh, no, county votes.
County
August.
on the 6th.
Yeah. Okay.
City on the 12th. When one of them votes no, then I think that's the first time that it's like, okay, this is serious. Until then, I don't know, it just sounds like two stubborn people in a pissing contest.
When I said flag football, did you see all the flag football they were trying to force down our throat over the weekend?
Yes, and I refuse to watch any of it because I think flag football is ridiculous.
Me too, but what were they doing? Like, why do they think anyone cares about that?
The NFL, well...
Is that what the NFL... Oh, it's the NFL.
The NFL.
Pushing it?
So participation in youth football is way down. And they need more bodies. They need more interest. And it turns out a lot of young kids don't want to get hit. And the health thing is real. And so the NFL feels that the next great wave of this... And not on top of that, you look at AAU baseball and travel. You can't play football year-round. What you can do, though, is 7-on-7 and flag football year-round. Plus, you can get the girls involved in it. So there's it's just a greedy way to grab more money and to try to get more people playing. So the NFL has a major push right now for flag football.
Well, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you may have missed it. But on ESPN,
you didn't miss a damn thing.
They had a bunch of flag football coverage. And then I think there was I think it was the girls. Was it the girls' high school championship flag football was on there?
Yeah, they were running.
They broadcast the game.
Yeah,
it's like what?
Well, the NFL, if you want to continue to grow, how much more money can you get out of the NFL? Right? We're playing on almost every day of the week. You're playing on all the holidays, right? You're shoving already 17 games down. Like you may get to 18. You can't go to 20 games. Internationally, they're knocking down every market door. You have to find ways to keep your business growing. I guess you don't have to, but the NFL wants to because they want to make more money. And this is just the next, it's the next avenue. And if you've ever gone to a school on a weekend, these 7-on-7 flag football tournaments, dude, they are huge business. And that's, they're taking the AAU basketball model. And I think it's bad for the game. I think it's a toxic environment, but it's what we're doing.
Great. I mean, even my kid, he's going to be 6th grade next year. He had a basketball tournament. It costs $12 for me and $12 for Coach Vaughn. It's $24 to get into the games for the day. And that's one day.
Who gets that money?
Whoever's putting it
on. So it costs basically $50 for us to get into the weekend just to watch our kid play sports.
Yeah. And again, for a lot of families that are already struggling, and you're already paying for the cleats, you're paying for the travel, you're paying for all that, and then on top of that, because I've had that too, where I've showed up to watch my buddy's kid wrestle, and they hit you with the $12 at the door, and you're like, dude, I'm trying to that's a tough putt.
It's wrestling. They should pay you.
There's a little bit of that, and then I tell myself, you know what,
12-year-old basketball,
it's going to support whatever, and you're I'm going to pay the $12 or whatever. But I had my kid, I brought my son with me, and you're the same thing. You're I'm paying $25 to go watch a 20 minutes of high school wrestling. You're like, God bless America. And if you're really struggling, and paycheck to paycheck, dude, what are you supposed to do? Are you be a bad parent, not show up? The monetization of youth sports is wrong. It is. And it's becoming $1 billion industry. And it sucks.
It's gross.
It really is gross.
Well, don't you think, though, Is there a difference between the monetization, like in needless equipment or specialized coaches and stuff, versus just the schools need money to help put on the leagues? You know what I mean? Like in the, you know, like if he's paying $24, I do think that's a lot. But at the same time, if that money goes towards the like how old's you're 13, right?
He is 11.
He's 11.
He'll be 12 in a couple months.
So it'd be go to what? The middle school league, or what is the entity that gets the $24?
I'm pretty sure it just goes to the people who run the tournament.
Okay, well,
like to pay for
a lot of those tournaments are
now some of the tournaments
are for profit.
Yeah, now that I agree with. Now is this tournament a school tournament? Is it a like an extra tournament that you wanted to put him in?
No, it's just an extra tournament. Yeah, just a tournament with random teams in it. It's not even schools. We were the only school. Like he plays for Putnam. It's just random like other teams that put each other together.
So if you went to the coach, you could take it up with the coach. Say, hey, you know, if we're going to be in these tournaments, we can't travel this much, and 2, we can't pay to get into the damn
right. And that's the thing is they kind of do that where in soccer they don't charge you to get in, but they put that in the cost of signing up to play for the actual team.
Yeah.
So like soccer costs way more than basketball, but we don't have to pay to get in. But it's also because he pays to get us all these tournaments.
You paid more up front.
Yes.
Yeah, they get you one way or the other. Huh?
Yeah, there just isn't.
And there's really no way to avoid it.
There's no way to avoid it.
Not.
And it's like if you want to play competitive, this is the way you play. And I get it. Like he is still young and it may not matter, but this is what he likes to do. He loves to do it. So like I want to provide it for him and he has fun playing them. But at the same time, it's like I also don't want to pay $50 over the weekend for me and Coach Vaughn to go watch you play.
Look.
Oh, we do.
I'm glad.
Well, you kind of have to.
Yeah, I mean, what else are we gonna do?
I don't know how much I had to do with this, but I
watch the Twitch stream.
I am glad that my kids weren't into sports. None of my kids were that interested in it, and we just checked out. I feel like I dodged a bullet. I did. I mean, I was talking to Dusty, his little girl. They're going to Bellingham this weekend, and
what'd she play?
I think that's soccer. Okay. And they're driving to Bellingham. That's a 5-hour drive.
Yeah, the travel is wild.
I mean,
I don't understand why they do that. Why can't they just play these tournaments against kids and teams closer to their home? I don't understand that.
The amount of times I talk to someone and they're like, I'm driving to California. I'm driving to San Francisco. I'm driving to Bellingham. I'm driving to Spokane.
Well, we talk to Joey every Friday. Now, I get it. Joey has means.
Yeah,
but
California.
He's always in California or Vegas.
Yes. I thank my lucky stars that my kids were not interested and that I didn't have to play that rat race. And I feel for parents. And I know everyone always, well, not everyone, but I hear a lot of, oh, my kid loves it. And, you know, and so I do everything to make sure. And I'm like, do they love it? Or is that, I don't know. I just question the whole thing.
Let me ask a dumb question. If you've got, so Steven's kids are 13 and 11.
Yeah.
Can they just play school sports like
not if they want
weeded?
I don't think so. Not if they want to be.
No.
They'll get weeded out.
Because that you would have to play rec. Like you'd play rec league is what you'd be playing. Which you can still be found, I guess, when you get to high school if you're good enough. So yes, you could. But like what he plays for Putnam. He plays Putnam basketball, which feeds right into Putnam, but it's also the competitive league. Yeah. So they play in all these tournaments against all these other AAU teams that aren't even from other schools. They're legit just teams that they put together.
Yeah. But I'm just asking.
So you could play.
A kid could go if you really wanted to save the money. Let's say you could not afford it.
You could.
He has options.
You could play rec league, yes.
But you're not playing.
But you're not playing against the best competition,
and you're not playing with your friends.
Right.
When one of the things we liked when we lived in the center, being a single A, you could get by. Because it wasn't. Anyone that was good left. Right, so if Le Center had a really talented player, he or she went and played in like Salmon Creek, or they went and played in like Kelso. One of them, you just weren't. That was not the environment. So we got lucky, in that when you lived in a little small town, there was still kind of nickel and dime in it, and you could kind of get by. But I think the day and age, if you want to be part of the group and be on your high school team, I think you kind of have to dive in, or you just end up being an outcast.
And the other sad part is they get these parents that don't know what they're doing, and these trainers come in and then say, "Hey, we'll train you on top of that, and we'll charge you a ton of money for that." We're like, at least me and Coach Vaughn know the difference in that, and we see that. We're like, there's obviously no way we're going to have him go train with somebody, but a lot of these parents think, "Oh man, this is my way to get my kid to play basketball or be really good, so we're going to pay all this money."
I get people that come up to me in the gym.
I bet you get all the time.
And I tell them all the time, I'm like, just go online. Like, oh, my kid wants to be a lineman. I'm like, cool. Duke Mayweather, go online and look at his YouTube videos and have your kid do that. Oh, I need a strength and conditioning coach. Oh my God, no, you don't. Again, go online, look up a good program for football training, have your kid do it. Like, we're constantly being told as a parent that you're a bad parent and your kid's falling behind if you don't have the $4,000 to do travel sports, and you don't have the $180 for cleats, and you don't have this and you don't have that. And it's just somewhere along the way. And this was the whole thing about soccer, right? We got into this whole debate after the World Cup of why our model doesn't work, because we are in a pay for play system and Europe is in a we're developing player system. And that's the difference right now. And a lot of our kids are getting either burnt out or they're falling through the cracks, and it's not a good system. But that's the system we have because there's money to be made off of it. HBO Real Sports, who hasn't been around in a couple of years, so this was years and years ago, they did a piece on this, and it's shocking that all the private companies that are dumping hundreds of millions of dollars into youth sports, they're building these massive complexes with like softball, baseball fields, pay-for-play tournaments, all this stuff, and it has become a billion-dollar industry.
I think did I read somewhere private equity getting involved now?
100%. Yep. The amount of kids I know that have private coaches. And
maybe some NIL for the kids?
Yeah. And you're like, oh my God, your kid's 8. He does not need a swing coach. But everyone wants, and now the money at the level, especially now with NIL in high school and college, it's so big that the kids and the parents view it as their lottery ticket. And now we're dangling that carrot out front. And it used to be, I always told people, dude, if your kid's good, they will come find you. But that's not true anymore? Well, it is, but no one wants to believe that. If you're a poor kid down in Miami and you are an elite athlete, they'll find you. But when you're the white kid, suburban kid from West Lynn, there's this belief that you can force your way through the eye of the needle just by sheer tyranny of money and will. And no one wants to rely on dude, if you're good, they'll find you.
It's like the Lionel Messi. They found him at 11 and they're like, oh yeah, you're awesome. We're going to take you out of Argentina and put you in Europe.
But I still believe that the elite kids will be found no matter what, but we're selling to kids that are not elite and are never going to be elite. We're selling if you just spend $20,000 a year and you put all your time and effort into this, you too, and you're like, no, you won't. Maybe you can get a little out of it, but like we're being conditioned that anyone can achieve it. And it's a lie, but it's a really expensive lie, and the parents and the kids are buying into it.
The parents are, because like you, Suk, you're the minority. You were awesome enough to make it to the NFL, play Division I football. That's not the regular for most anybody. It shouldn't even be about that, but everybody makes it out like if you get a trainer, you'll be able to go play college.
I try to tell people that all the time. Yeah. I'm not Lionel Messi, and I sure as hell ain't. You
aren't.
I think you are.
Yeah,
I think you are.
Better looking.
NFL all world, any of that crap. But I promise you that when I was 10, guess who? I was the best player at 10, and I was the best player at 12, and I was the best player at 14. And when I was a sophomore in high school, I was the best lineman in the county, and then I was the best lineman in the state. And I didn't have any sort of specialized training. I was good. Trust me, it's not like I busted my ass every day and I put in all this. I just was good. And whether I played today or 20 years ago, I would be there. And no one wants to LeBron James worked his ass off. But LeBron James, from the time he was a baby, LeBron James had something that your kid doesn't have. But we all want to believe with training and money and the right shoes that your kid can be LeBron or your kid can do it. And now no parent wants to be the crappy parent that lets their kid down. And it's that lie that forces this billion-dollar industry going. And now we want to make every experience. That's the other one I hear too. Well, even if they don't, I want my kid to feel big time. So now we're making all these tournaments feel like they're the Super Bowl. We're making all of these kids now feel like every tournament is the biggest thing in the world because we want to give those kids a taste of the big time, as opposed to just letting them play and enjoy being a kid.
Don't you think the fallacy, though, or not the fallacy, but like maybe the line of thinking for a parent would be, okay, my kid is showing some skill.
Yes.
I don't know if they can make it, but unless I go all out and give them every opportunity and willing to sacrifice my time and money, we'll never know. I think that's what parents think.
That is a great way to summarize that.
And that's where they get your money.
Yep.
Because it's like, well, I'm going to do everything I can. I don't know if my kid, I mean, I think there's this I don't think all parents are delusional. I just think they want to help their kids get to the highest level if that's something that they're showing interest in. And so they feel like they have to pay all this money and sign them up for all this stuff and get them all this extra coaching and stuff in order to do that.
But I've also seen this where, and I get it, because college is expensive and all that, but the amount of parents that I've talked to over the years that spend 25 to 20 grand a year that they don't have from the time the kid is 10 to get that kid a partial or even a full scholarship to the crappiest school in Montana that the kid doesn't want because it's in the middle of nowhere to play in front of the middle of nowhere, that the kid quits after a year because it's a crappy place to go to school and he doesn't want to play in front of anyone under the guise of, I'm going to get your school paid for. If you just taken half of that money and put it into a college fund, by the time the kid was 18, he could have gone to school where he wanted to go and it would have been paid for anyways. You're spending all this money under the guise of, my kid may not go pro, but I'm going to pay for his college. Are you? Or are you paying more for your kid to go to the one place that'll give him a scholarship that he doesn't want to go? I mean, I know so many kids that go and play small level sports. How many, Stevie, you did this. Yeah. Like, how many kids do you know that burned out after a year because it's long, like playing college sports at Concordia or playing it at Montana Tech?
Hey, I got offered by Montana Tech.
Right? Once you go there, it's like,
cool.
You have this vision of what it is, and then you go there, and how many kids did you know after a year were like, dude, this sucks. I don't want to do this.
Yeah, no, if you play small college basketball, dude, you play because you love playing basketball.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing, and that's what I learned, but I did. I loved it. I enjoyed it, and I do, and you hear now, like, my brother's texting me. You know, he's an assistant high school coach. Like, he's always saying, like, kids just think it's D1 or nothing. Like, that's what it has to be, and that's not what it has to be. Like, I got my school paid for, and I played basketball, and I had a great time doing it. Like, these parents and kids have got in their minds, I am the elite. As you said, these parents are delusional. The kids are delusional. They see the top guys training with people on the internet, and they're like, well, okay, that should be me.
But I'll defend the parents that aren't delusional.
Right.
And I would say that, okay, if let's say you get a small college scholarship for golf or basketball.
Yeah.
As a parent, aren't you then thinking, because you never thought your kid would do that. You didn't know, right?
Yeah.
But you said, I'm willing to spend my hard-earned money to try to help them get there. Well, they got there. Aren't you in your head thinking, well, I helped him get there?
Yeah.
And there's no harm in that.
No.
Like, it's like I spent a bunch of money, but it was well worth it because now he's going to get a basketball scholarship at Montana Tech.
But I wonder at what point, because again, I've known people where their entire lives and the vacations and everything, like your entire life is centered around, for 15 years, your entire life is centered around getting your kid to go play at Montana Tech.
And that should not be what it is.
I personally find youth sports to be abhorrent. And that's not, I'm not saying it all is, but in general, to me, youth sports has become a negative thing. And there's some great parts to it, but overall, when I look at it, what it is now versus what it used to be, I don't see any progress that has been made. I think if anything, it has gotten worse and worse. And that bums me out. It really does. Because I think there used to be an element of, again, build friendships, learn, get you out of the house, get some exercise, fun, play lots of different sports. And I kind of feel like somewhere along the line, the sports gun came along and murdered that. And it's hard for me to reconcile that.
Okay, we got to go. I've got LeBron James cheesesteak news, and the Big Ten media poll is here.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, some sad news as Mia Bieniemy, who is the wife of Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy, was shot and hospitalized in stable condition on Monday. She was allegedly shot by the couple's son on Sunday night, and the son has been arrested in lieu of all of this. North Carolina football general manager Michael Lombardi, he has been placed on paid administrative leave by the university This comes after there was a human resource complaint filed by a former UNC front office employee. And also North Carolina, their football team is being investigated by the College Sports Commission, the entity that handles compliance and enforcement of NCAA and NIL rule. Not a good couple days for Bill Belichick. Tampa Bay Bucks defensive tackle Vita Vea. He has requested a trade from the franchise, according to Ian Rappaport. Vea was hoping to get a contract extension. Two sides could not figure it out. So now Vea wants out of Tampa Bay. And the Mariners lose again today to the Rangers 7-3. Texas takes 3 of 4 from Seattle in that series. Mariners now 2.5 games behind the Rangers in the AL West. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
This is the Fan Sports Network. This is Primetime with Isaac and Suk on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
So the Big Ten media poll is out. We talked about it earlier in our program, but Oregon is not picked to win. It's Ohio State.
Can't wait for Oregon fan to do the no one believes in us crap.
Yeah.
Set your watch to it.
Well, it's probably better to at least try to create that mentality than it is have the bullseye on your back.
Hey, LeBron's just a kid from Akron. Shouldn't even be here.
Yeah, no, he shouldn't.
Now he's just a kid from...
Just from Akron. Like, nobody from Akron ever does anything.
Now he's just a 41-year-old man from Philadelphia. No one believes in him.
No. He's from New York.
No, he lives in New York.
Works in Philly.
That still blows me away. He will not live in Philly?
No. I looked it up. It was about a 40-minute flight, chopper style, from New York to Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Okay.
JJ Redick said it was like a 90-minute commute from New York to Philly.
Yeah.
He also had an apartment in Philly that if it was like too late, he would stay there after the games. But for the most part, he would commute back and forth like before and after games.
All right.
Yeah, I said I'm pretty certain the last couple of years Kobe lived in Malibu.
Yeah, that's true.
And flew chopper. And I think there was like a landing pad at Staples.
I'm 99% sure you're right.
I find that interesting.
Bunch of the media guys do that in New York. They live on Long Island. They live in what is the Long Island? The Hamptons. And they chopper in.
The reason I find that interesting is because when you're really rich, like uber rich like that, it doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't. Obviously, it matters to him where he lives. I'm not saying that. But wherever you live, your pad is going to be baller.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like when you are committed, and LeBron is a committed athlete. Like,
Yes.
he's not 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
No, he might be the most committed athlete of our lifetime.
Dude, he wants to win. So when he's committed to a full NBA season, you would think it would be easier to just live in Philly. Like, I'm not trying to tell the guy his business. I just mean he lives in a mansion either way. Like, what about New York is so much better than Philly during the season that you can't just set up shop there? Maybe it's more about his family.
It's possible.
And where they want to live.
Well, that, and like, if you're, because you're not living in Philly, so you're going to live in a suburb. So his thing is like, well, if it's a 30-minute commute in the suburbs, an extra 15 minutes, and I live in New York, and he's more comfortable in New York. And
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And I got the chopper. I got the pilot.
Well, and he's got a lot of opportunities in New York.
Yeah,
because it sounds like it's coming out now that he wanted to go to the Knicks.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to live in New York.
Yes.
And then he called the Nets.
Well, that was the reason why he was in LA, like, all the networking stuff. So, yeah, I mean, the decision between living in New York and Philly, if you're a billionaire, you're going to take New York every time.
Yeah, he said it was once New York won the title, he couldn't go play for the Knicks because that would be looked at really bad by a lot of basketball fans.
Yeah. But he wanted to.
He wanted to
go to New York. He
wanted to be a Knick.
He was pissed. He was rooting against the Knicks the whole time.
Well, the idea that I would assume for him, the dream scenario is think about what Jalen Brunson is doing right now. Have you seen any of the Brunson nightclub stuff?
Yeah, I saw one where that idiot who's the Michael Porter. Yeah, Michael Porter was trying to get into the club, and they were checking his name on the list. Jalen Brunson gets out of his unmarked black SUV with this hot lady and struts right in.
And they're like, Mr. Brunson. Like, that's what LeBron wanted.
That's pretty kick-ass.
He's the king.
Had LeBron brought a title to New York, imagine, like, dude, he would own, they would build a statue of him in the middle of that city. And so the idea is Philadelphia. I mean, Philadelphia hasn't won, what, 84 that they won?
That sounds right.
84-ish?
Right around there, yeah. Mid-80s.
And, oh my God, if LeBron comes to Philly and wins a title, I mean, I think he's looking for one more white knight, I came in and rescued your franchise. And so he can't go to a place that doesn't need a white knight, but Philly does. And that would be, it's a fairy tale ending. If he wins, he should just retire right there on the court and be like, mission accomplished. No one's ever won 4 titles with 4 different teams. Drop the mic, walk away.
I originally started talking about the Big Ten media poll, and somehow we got on LeBron, so I'm just going to stick with LeBron.
Sure.
I have cheesesteak odds.
Oh.
Okay.
Where is he going to get his first cheesesteak?
Yeah. Well, more than that. Here, let me pull it up for you.
By the way, the correct answer to the best cheese stick is Terminal Cheese Steak. Terminal Market, go to Nick's.
Wait, in Philly?
In Philly.
Oh, okay. So this says, which cheesesteak place will LeBron visit first? Pat's, Gino's, Angelo's, D'Alessandro's, Jim's, John's Roast Pork, Tony Luke's, or Campo's Deli?
You can really bet on that?
Yes. And Pat's is the favorite at 2-1.
Yeah. Well, I always thought like Pat's and Jim's are kind of the right. Like I think those are kind of the two I would say most famous that everyone talks about.
I have no idea.
No,
none. I've never even heard of one Philly cheesesteak place in Philly.
Really?
That's good. No. There's a chance we're going to travel to Philly here soon because we have some friends there.
Yeah.
And I'll learn more. But until then, I know nothing about Philly. I visited Philly as a kid. I was at the Liberty Bell.
Yeah.
Saw the Rocky statue.
Yeah, when you go, you have to at least, I mean,
I don't know.
I would think you as a foodie too, you got to go try some, I've had the fortunate nature to have been there a couple of times, and when you're there, you got to try like 4 or 5 different cheesesteaks.
Well, I will.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm not going to travel there just for that.
No.
But when I have a reason to go there.
But when you're there, you got to check it out.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. What kind of cheese will LeBron put on his first cheesesteak?
You think he's a Cheese Whiz guy?
Whiz, Provolone, American, or Cooper Sharp?
It's only, you got to get the Provolone, right?
Provolone is 2 on the list. Whiz is the favorite.
Yeah, man.
So they do that?
I think there's some value on American.
Yeah?
Yeah.
At plus 2, you can get plus 250.
I think there's a value there.
I would say that the 2 standards are going to be Provolone. Yeah, there are people though that do the Cheese Whiz, which I just.
Will LeBron put onions on his first cheesesteak?
Well, I would certainly hope so.
It's better.
Yes is minus 180.
Yeah.
So it is the favorite. Which Philly landmark will LeBron visit first? The Liberty Bell or the Rocky Steps?
Rocky Steps.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
If he hasn't already, it's probably on his social media, him doing some bit
Yeah.
with the Rocky statue. Don't you think?
You would think.
He's probably already done that.
You got to run the steps.
Will LeBron chant Eagles publicly in 2026? That's a good one.
Oh, well, is that like the same as, because that's no one chants the Eagles, you do the Go Birds.
E-L-G-S-E-S.
It's that. Except
it's the E-A-G-L-E-S.
misspelled.
E-L-G-S-E-S.
Elgies.
No, because he's not a Philly guy.
I know, but I think what they're saying is
He's a front runner.
He's going to try to.
He's a bandwagoner.
He's going to try to suck up to the Philly fans.
Interesting.
He knows he needs to.
Yeah.
Because he's a Cowboy fan, I think?
Yeah.
Well, of course. He's Cowboys and
Yankees.
Douchebag.
Yeah. I don't know. He might give you a Go Birds, but he's not spelling the Eagles. He's not spelling that out.
Okay, so if you wanted to bet no on that, it's minus 160. That is the favorite.
Yeah, not doing
Will LeBron throw out the first pitch of a Phillies game?
Oh,
yes.
Yes.
No is the favorite.
Is it really?
I don't think he would do that.
Oh,
you're right, because if it's bad, he'd just get made fun of.
Yeah, he's way too vain. And
Has LeBron ever thrown out a first ball?
That's a good question.
There's also one on here of which sports radio station will interview him first.
Nobody.
And neither of them are going to get him.
No.
Come on, man.
He's not doing
You
that.
think he's going on Philly sports
that ain't
radio?
Happening. He did. LeBron James threw out he did. He's thrown out one.
Okay.
Jacobs Field,
All right.
Cleveland.
All right.
You got to guess when?
Jacobs Field, Cleveland. Oh, probably when he was young, rookie or something.
2003.
Yeah.
My man ain't throwing out a first pitch.
It was right after he got drafted.
Yeah. I'm looking to see if it's terrible or not. There ain't no way. If it's remotely sketchy, he's not. LeBron is not a guy that can laugh at himself. Oh, dude, he looks like such a baby in this. Hats on backwards. Still has his
There's
hair.
just no chance. Yeah, you're right. There's no chance he does.
Someone contact Colin Cowherd.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hats on backwards.
He can't be successful. I'm getting. He's ready here. I think he's throwing to. Oh yeah.
Bad.
Well, I'll say this.
Not horrible.
He gets it there. He does not short it. It is over the plate. but he throws an eephus pitch.
It wasn't terrible.
So he lobs it in there.
So is that fine? To just
Yeah, it's fine.
I think that's fine, actually.
Yeah.
You don't got to fire it in there.
no, dude. He throws the moon ball and it's to CC and it gets there. It's over the plate.
Not everybody's George
He doesn't have to
W.
move. Like, he just moved his arm. He moved the hand. He moved the glove. He didn't have to move his feet.
There is nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong with that
Yeah,
pitch.
that's fine. He did not embarrass himself in 2003. So if he wanted to, he's capable of getting it over the plate.
What will LeBron wear first, Phillies gear or Eagles gear?
Oh, Phillies.
Phillies minus 200, yeah.
Yeah.
Will LeBron attend an Eagles game before Week 8? I'm going to say yes.
Do the Cowboys play there by week 8?
I don't know, man. He may just avoid the
Or
whole
Phillies, you
he may avoid the whole football thing altogether.
Minus 150
Yeah.
to a yes that he would. Which Philly icon will be the first guest on The Shop? Allen Iverson, Charles Barkley, Dr. J, Jason
Iverson.
Kelsey, Kevin Hart. Oh, it'll be Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
They're old buddies.
Kevin Hart.
Yep.
Meek Mill.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart's already booking it right now. Trust me, if there's PR to be had, Kevin Hart will be there. No one works harder to be more annoying and in the spotlight than Kevin Hart.
He's got a new show he was promoting the other day.
Well, he's really funny and he's super successful, but that guy just
He loves to be on
he
stuff.
loves to be out in front. And good for him. He's worth like $1 gajillion. Good for you, Kevin.
And will LeBron's first 76ers presser include a process reference? Now, at first, I would say that's a lock. Yes. Minus 200. But I don't think he's going to have a press conference. He never does.
No.
He just usually talks to the media like at practice. So I don't know if that counts.
Yeah. No, there won't be a process.
But if he had a press conference, there's no question he would drop that in there.
Yeah, but
because he thinks he's being cheeky.
100%. Well, he did it once, right? Already, I
He
guess.
did it at Fanatics Fest.
Yeah, trust the process. Well, maybe.
Okay, I'll tell you the results.
No one loves being cheeky more than LeBron. He thinks he's the smartest.
He thinks he is.
Yeah, he's the smartest
Doing
guy in
bits.
the room. Yeah.
I'll tell you the results of the Big Ten media poll next. So the Big Ten media poll is out. Not that it matters, but
No, it does not in any shape or form.
it gives us something to talk about.
Yeah.
Ohio State was picked to win by the media. 15 first-place votes. Oregon got 11 first-place votes. They're second. And Indiana is third with 5 firsts.
No one else got a vote. So clearly a line of demarcation, and that's fine. I think I would, just in my on paper, I would go Oregon 1, Ohio State 2, Indiana 3. But again, I would listen to any argument that one of those 3 teams is going to win the Big Ten. I'll tell you what, take those 3 of the field. I mean, you give me any 2 of those randomly in the field, and I'll take 2. You could even pick the 2.
USC is 4, Michigan 5, Penn State now with what's his nuts?
Old Iowa State, what's his nuts? Matt Campbell. And
Matt
basically the entire Iowa
Campbell.
State roster. It's Iowa State.
Okay. They are 6. Washington is 7, Iowa 8, Illinois 9, Minnesota 10.
Yeah.
Wow.
None of those other teams have a
Well, Nebraska is 11th.
none of those teams have a prayer.
Wisconsin is 12th. UCLA, a lot of people like the UCLA hire.
Yeah, old Bob Chesney is getting a lot of he's got a lot of heat on his jock right now.
He's 13.
People think he's the new Signetti, and we'll see what happens.
Chip Kelly in Northwestern 14.
Did you see Chip Kelly wearing that hard helmet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
talked. We did a whole
that's
thing on that.
thing.
That was the day before you got back.
Trust me, it was the photo from the it's the photo of the year so
was
far
great.
in the Big Ten.
It was great.
Old Chip. He's out there looking
Old Chuck.
looking adorable. Old Chucky Buckles. You want to pinch those little cherub cheeks.
What else? What?
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Hey, will you shut up?
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
Northwestern 14. Yeah. Maryland 15. Michigan State 16. Wow. Who's their coach?
Who?
Michigan
Pat
State?
Fitzgerald.
Yeah, Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald.
Can you guys shut up?
They're 16th. Rutgers 17th. And poor Perdon't 18th.
Yeah.
And
Now-
their coach is still...
Perdon't?
Yeah, who's their coach?
Barry Odom,
Oh, it is, isn't it?
isn't it?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
He's a good coach. He'll get it going there eventually.
Willie.
Maybe. Well, he's a good. I think he's a good coach.
As good as Purdue can get it going.
Yeah, I think that was a good hire for them.
I'm not certain that Purdue's ever going to get it going, but
Well, again, it's relative. Purdue got it going under what was that guy's name? Stiller? Or?
Joe Tiller.
Joe Tiller.
Old Tiller. If you wanted,
I mean, he had
like
a Hall
that.
of Famer at quarterback, so that helps.
if you wanted a little surprise team, well, UCLA will be the one that everyone's jocking. But if you want a little to not win the conference but be a bowl team and get a pelt on the wall, it's Maryland.
Really?
Yeah, Maryland. So the next year, the big transfer quarterback, the guy that'll get $5 million, will be Malik Washington.
Yeah. He's pretty good.
So he was a freshman last year, and I know no one watched Maryland. Occasionally, I just happened to find him because they were playing someone that I wanted to. I watched him play. I think with UW. Yeah. That kid's really good, and Maryland was in a lot of games last year that were close and then just couldn't finish. And they have some young pass rushers and a really good quarterback. They could be a team that surprises someone and then ends up being a bowl team. And they have a pretty manageable schedule. And then you'll hear about Washington next year because someone will pay him a bunch of money to go be the quarterback. Just keep an eye on Maryland, just as one of those sleeper teams.
Their over/under win total is 4.5.
I would take the over. They play Hampton, UConn, Virginia Tech, and then UCLA, Nebraska, Ohio State, Rutgers, Illinois, Purdue, Wisconsin, USC, Penn State. You can get 5 out of that. You can get 5.
You always read those way too fast for me. I can never follow. I did have them 2-0, and then I lost you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
no, you said Virginia Tech was
Virginia
third?
Tech.
I don't know what they have.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
There's like 4 toss-up games that I heard. Virginia Tech, Rutgers,
Yep.
probably should be a victory.
Purdue.
And
Illinois.
then Illinois.
But yeah, and then Wisconsin's not very good.
Right.
But then you're going to have to get someone. You're going to have to upset Nebraska. You're going to have to upset Penn State. You're going to have to upset USC to get there.
Is Wisconsin ever going to do anything?
Doesn't appear that
They
way.
spent
What are
a
they
lot of
doing
money.
up there.
Not being very good.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, Oregon, back to the top of the league. Oregon does play at Ohio State this year, which is probably why a lot of people voted Ohio State over Oregon, although they were pretty close in first-place votes.
Yeah.
Oregon catches a little break against Ohio State. because the Buckeyes play at Indiana and at USC, the 2 games prior to hosting Oregon. Now, they do have a bye in between those 2 games, but they're both road games.
Yeah, that's a nut cruncher. On the road in Indiana, as you mentioned, the bye, and then on the road to USC, and then turn around and come to Oregon. That may be, I'd have to look because the SEC may have something to say about this, but on paper, just off the top of my head, that may be the toughest 3-game stretch in the country. I mean, if we're going, preseason style, I mean, Indiana and Oregon are both top 7 teams, and USC is probably coming in the teens, and by that point in the year, maybe they're a top 10 team. That's big boy stuff. But I'm sure Texas or LSU or someone has a stretch that's similar to that, but on paper, that's tough.
Texas does not. I was just looking at them, unless you count the Ohio State UTSA Tennessee gauntlet.
No, that would not count. I believe Arkansas had the toughest schedule in the country, according to ESPN. I'll see what they got.
Yeah, Texas. Phil Steele said Texas does, but like I said, I was just looking at it. It's very strong, but it's not. I don't think 3-game stretch is.
No, same thing with Arkansas. Arkansas has a tough schedule, but there's no 3-game stretch that's like that. And Texas doesn't have anything close to that. What are you talking about?
Well, I didn't say. Phil Steele has Texas as the toughest schedule in the country.
Yeah, Texas is tough, but like if you got rid of Texas San Antonio, because they do play in a 4-week stretch with a bye, they do play Ohio State, Tennessee, and Oklahoma, but Texas San Antonio is put in there. But if you told me Ohio State, Tennessee, Oklahoma, or USC, Indiana, Oregon, I would go ahead and play the Tennessee, Oklahoma stretch, Ohio State. I would rather play that stretch than have to go play the Big Ten stretch.
You know what's another fun little win total? I was looking at those today. I've placed a few wagers,
little something.
Oregon State.
Beak.
What?
You wet the beak a little bit.
Oregon State is at 3.5.
Yeah, there's value.
Go Beavers, how about that?
I took the over.
I don't think you're wrong to do that.
Schedule and coach.
Yes. And
quarterback, kind of.
And I know they lost a lot. They may end up going with the young kid. I don't know if Malik Murphy will be the guy.
Who's the young kid?
Special teams, joke.
Where'd they get their transfer out of? Let me look this up. They've got a young kid that transferred in.
From the FBS.
He was like the Heisman Trophy winner of the FBS. I'm trying to remember where he came from, but I've heard whispers from people down there that Malik Murphy may start out.
Braden Atkinson. Mercer.
Yes. That Murphy will probably win the job, but early on their schedule is a little rough. They get Houston and Texas Tech early. So this may be a
throw him out there.
Malik Murphy gets sent to the dogs a little bit. You take your ass whooping against Texas Tech, and then Montana, UTEP, Colorado State, San Diego State kind of, you're like, oh, maybe in the second half of Texas Tech, we see a little bit of a rotation, and then all of a sudden Montana comes, they go to Atkinson hits the ground running, and he never looks back. So
because Murphy was so disappointing, man. Like, I know the whole team was, but he especially, I thought, he was getting paid so much money, and
he was bad.
I think
he was terrible.
I think he kind of quit.
But I think that you also have to keep in mind that oftentimes when coaches with talent get new coaches and coordinators, they can look a lot better.
Yes.
And a lot different.
And Malik Murphy, the turnovers have always been a problem. They continue to be a problem, and last year they were atrocious. I thought last year was just a disaster. I don't blame anyone. That was just a dereliction of duty from the top on down. He's proven that in better situations he can be a productive player. So I wouldn't toss him out with the bathwater just yet. But he leads the league in what the F was that? Like, he had turnovers that seemingly to me seemed like he just stopped caring and was like, whatever, I don't want to get here. Just 500, throw the ball and see what happens. And I would assume that if he's going to be the quarterback, number one is stop doing that. Like, just there's nothing wrong with taking a sack, just eat the ball. You don't have to throw blindly across the field for no reason. And I would assume that he will not be doing that this year.
All right. Ohio State picked to win the Big Ten by the media. Now, can we just lace them up?
Yes.
Oh, no, we can't.
No, we can't. We got to wait a little
Now we have a whole week of coach quotes from Dan Lanning and Ryan Day. Signetti.
Sure.
Oh, God.
All that jazz. Get to week 0. Well, actually, can we just get to week
Matt
1?
Rule.
Who can't be fired because they owe him so much money.
Mike Loxley. Barry Odom.
All the wonderful Big Ten coaches. Who's the first?
Bob Chesney.
Who's the first to get fired, Luke Fickle?
Brett Bielema.
Brett Bielema. Oh, that's right. Brett Bielema. Kirk Ferentz.
Hey.
Greg Schiano.
Matt Campbell.
This is exciting. This is so exciting. God, just naming Big
PJ
Ten
Fleck.
rowing that boat.
Row it.
Lincoln Riley. Who have we missed? Pat Fitzgerald.
We got one.
We missed Jed
one.
Fish gets me hot. Oh,
No,
yeah,
there you
Jed
go.
Fish.
The
He's
fish.
going to get us all hot. Suk, there was a Bigfoot sighting.
Gay Bigfoot?
No, but there was.
To be honest with you, I'm over regular Bigfoot sightings.
It's not gay Bigfoot, but it is gender-specific Bigfoot.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying right now, my interest in Bigfoot has become exclusively gay Bigfoot.
So that is next.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, some really sad news as Mia Bieniemy, who is the wife of Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy, was hospitalized and shot allegedly by their son on Sunday night. She is in the hospital in stable condition today on Monday, and the son has been arrested for this whole incident. North Carolina football general manager Michael Lombardi, he has been placed on administrative leave by the university. This comes after there is a human resource complaint filed by a former UNC front office employee. To add insult to injury, the North Carolina football program is being investigated by the College Sports Commission, which is the entity that handles compliance and enforcement of NCAA and NIL rules. Tampa Bay Bucks defensive tackle Vita Vea, he has requested a trade from the franchise, according to Ian Rappaport. Vea was hoping to get a contract extension. Two sides could not find an agreement, and now Vea wants out of Tampa Bay. And Seattle Mariners lose again to the Texas Rangers today, 7-3. Texas takes 3 of 4 from Seattle. Mariners now 2.5 games behind those Texas Rangers in the AL West. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
This
to arrive at these political compromises. Yeah.
Google me, bitch.
Oh no, oh no.
Well, my.
Yeah.
Meow.
Okay, we apologize.
It's time for the club, baby.
Yeah.
On 105.1 and 1080, The Fan. Hoo-wee.
Whoa.
All right. What's up?
Alrighty then.
What's up? What's up, chat?
Someone said, we were talking about U Sports. Someone said the director of their soccer club makes $185,000 a year. Yikes.
Soccer club?
Yeah, one of the, travel teams or whatever. It's good to be in the travel. I'm going to start my own travel soccer team. Start embezzling funds.
Why would you embezzle funds?
Because that's what you do when you run those things, man. You embezzle funds. You tell me all those AAU coaches driving around like in Escalades and come on. You know where some of that,
intimidation. You got to intimidate the other team.
you know where some of that money's going. Brother.
Is that what it is? Intimidation?
That's right, man.
When you're in the AAU circuit?
Dude, you got to have the juice, man. You got to have the, you can't show up in some bum-ass Camry. Kidding me?
I'm juiced up.
Would you see like the Matt Miller stuff too? The
I like to keep it
ESPN guy?
spicy, man.
You seen that guy?
Yeah, is he the guy that lost his arm?
Yeah,
Or maybe his leg?
He lost an arm.
Yeah.
And now he's
ripping people off?
Yeah, now he's being investigated by like the feds. They're going after him. Same
Well,
thing.
so he's we've had him on the show, haven't we?
I think we have.
He's like a draft.
He was like ESPN's number 2 draft guy.
Yeah.
Turns
He was
grifting everybody.
He was having people sign up for fantasy baseball or football leagues.
Yeah, and then never paying them.
And he wouldn't pay them. He would be like, hey, come join my league. And they'd be like, oh, cool, Matt Miller's in the league.
Yeah.
And then he wouldn't do anything with his team and then not pay them out if they won.
Yeah, and then he was doing stuff like, hey, I'm running a charity for a kid's coat drive. Like, Venmo me this money, and then it never went anywhere. He just took it. Dude. He'd be like, he would auction off like NFL items and stuff, and then never send them out, and he would just keep the money for himself. Allegedly.
So this all came about because then he gets in this accident and he loses his arm and he raises money on GoFundMe. And people are like, well, wait a minute, you should look into this guy. He doesn't need money. He's ripped me off. And so then the attorney general got involved wherever state he's in. And now he's under the microscope.
He's in some trouble.
Come on, Matt.
Well, you think about it, like how easy it is. Like if you're a guy like that with a big social media following, hey, donate to my whatever, and people just send you money on the Venmo, assuming it's going someplace. Yeah, it's going in Matt Miller's pocket.
The Big Souk Being Awesome Fund.
Exactly. I'm going to be transparent about my fund.
What an idiot.
When you donate to the Make Big Souk Awesome Fund, all you're doing is funding my hobbies.
I mean, just stupid.
It's at least I'm upfront and honest about it. Yeah, I'm for kids' coats.
It's kind of douchey.
Look, I'm not calling anyone out by name because it gets real uncomfortable.
Matt Miller.
Dude, there's some local charities that someone should look into where that money goes. Because there's some people that don't do anything other than run a charity, and they live quite well.
Goes to the ways and means of a committee.
You know how many those athlete charities, like they bring in like $2 million a year, and then you actually look and they actually donate like $50,000, and the rest of it is like, oh, administrative fees. Yeah, it's called you grifting people. Just be careful who you're giving the money to. That happened to us even with a local charity. Remember, like,
it did?
Yeah. Remember we used to do a charity with a group, and that group's all been turned over, but. Remember, it turned out a couple $1 million were missing?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say, it's...
I didn't like that.
No, it's a whole new thing, but we raised a lot of money for a charity over the years, and then seemingly a bunch of people had to resign under the guise of, I don't know what happened to this money. I think we just miscounted. Okay. And now it's whole new leadership, so I don't want to say who it is because they've got new people in. And, supposedly they do good work, but... I don't know. I get real skeptical of, hey, you want to donate to this charity? You want to round up? No, because I don't know what that charity is, nor do I know where my money's going. And I sure as hell ain't sending it to an ESPN personality that says, hey, send me $100 and maybe I'll buy some coats for some kids. All right, jackass.
So I've got Bigfoot news. I know you love your Bigfoot news.
Yeah.
Out there.
Gay Bigfoot news, please.
Well, I don't have gay Bigfoot news.
That ain't no bird.
That's disappointing.
But I do have Bigfoot. There was a Bigfoot sighting.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Hey, beautiful
Can I assume
hair.
it's a gay Bigfoot? I would like it to be.
Well, this is a man, a dad, in Rhode Island.
Dad.
And
Bigfoot's not in Rhode Island.
Well,
what are you talking about?
there's a lot. Okay, first of all, if you talk to the Bigfoot Society, they will tell you there are a lot of Bigfoots. Okay, there's not one.
No, but we all know that Rhode Island, like, where are you going to hide in Rhode Island?
Well, he's a Rhode Island dad, but he was up at his remote Connecticut cabin after the 4th of July. And he claims he came face to face with a Bigfoot, and he answered everyone's pressing question, confirming that the mythical creature has no boobs.
Wait, come again?
That's right.
That's the question?
What? I don't know if that's a top 10 question that I have.
Bigfoot has breasts?
Yes. He says Bigfoot does not have breasts.
Well, in all of my depictions that I've seen of Bigfoot over the years, has anyone ever, like, I've never...
Actually, there is, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Bigfoot has hoots?
Well, okay, let me just... Oh, God. I tell you what, these pop-ups, they're going to be the death of me.
By the way, I'm looking at this dude. He didn't see Bigfoot.
Kevin Klemus.
Yeah. He's got Sally
name.
Jesse Raphael glasses and his hat's on backwards. I don't trust him. He looks suspicious.
He says he was driving home from a friend's holiday weekend rental in Voluntown when something huge and hairy suddenly bolted across the road just past the cabin's dirt driveway, making the dad freeze behind the wheel. What crossed in front of his headlights, he insists, was not a bear, as it stood roughly 8.5 feet tall, walked on two legs, and was covered head to toe in matted, greasy brown hair. The beast also had no visible genitalia or other anatomy signifying its sex.
Huh.
He said there were no boobs.
But there was also no Bigfoot dong.
Put it in! So he told the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization, a group founded in 1995 that is dedicated to investigating Sasquatch sightings across the U.S., that there were no boobies, and that is significant. because the question of the creature's anatomy stems from a 1967 film shot by Roger Patterson and Robert Gimlin, the most famous known image reported to show Bigfoot, in which the being has a large, furry-covered bosom.
What is this? This isn't the one of the Bigfoot walking, because we've debunked that.
What is that?
Well, all right, I need to Google this. I've never seen Bigfoot hoots.
1967 film shot by Roger Patterson and Robert Gimlin. That might be the one. Haven't you seen that one where he's like kind of on this rocky ledge?
Yeah, that's the guy in his the guy on his deathbed said that the other guy dressed up.
Oh, I didn't know that. I've always liked. Well, this is something different. Physical big.
No, this is the one. Yeah, this has been debunked.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
I think the guy, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the guy on his deathbed was like,
we faked it.
We faked it.
Well, I don't know. He's saying there's no T's here. I don't know. Apparently it was a question to them. So he described the creature's legs as being shorter than its torso, while its arms hung down past its knees with an 8 to 9 foot wingspan if fully outstretched.
You sure it wasn't just some drunken dude,
He also said that the creature had a cone-shaped head and minimal hair on its face and walked like a human, and then it just disappeared into the wilderness.
I like that he saw Bigfoot and his first thing was that it didn't have breasts. That was like, he's like, hey, everybody, just
he went straight to check it out.
To know. Yeah, he checked out for dong and up tops.
Look, I'm not going to lie. If I saw Bigfoot, I would...
What if it had both?
I would scan down, right? Like...
Yeah, well, I mean, you're scanning the whole thing.
Curves for days.
Whoa. Well, I mean...
It just like curves everywhere.
Look, if you've got like this front, 8-9 foot thing, I would assume it's packing
I've never
heat.
seen so much dong in my life.
Right? Like...
Probably.
Although, silverbacks, tiny weeds. They got baby nuts. So maybe if the Bigfoot's like the silverback, maybe it's got micro peen.
So this is the best part. Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization said that Klimas's reported sighting is deemed credible.
Oh, for God's sakes.
They cite it as a Class A report, meaning they believe he actually saw the mythical being.
Okay. What classifies? So if I called and said that I saw Bigfoot and it did have a dong, and I describe it as thick and meaty and quite impressive, and I go into detail, is my report A worthy?
Trust me, bro.
Yeah.
Just trust me.
Well, if it matches other reports, then yes.
Well, I need to know why is his report credible?
Because it matches other reports.
Well, but again, I can just take any report and just parrot this guy, and then all of a sudden, my report's credible?
Yeah, I'm in cahoots with Souk. Like, let's just get a bunch of our friends to call in and say we saw the same thing.
Guys, I'll tell you what. And I did. I was riding through Battleground this weekend. I was on a lovely trip up there through the woods. It was up near Battleground Lake. You know what I saw? Bigfoot. You know what he had? Massive dong.
I saw it too, actually.
Dude,
it was really weird.
I'm telling you, hanging to
you couldn't not notice it.
No. And then it ran off into the woods, just swaying as it goes. Steven will back me up. Saw the same thing. Bigfoot people fascinate me.
So his description matches that provided by a man and his aunt who reported seeing a nearly identical Sasquatch in October of 2019, not far from the most recent encounter. They say this description is almost identical.
I really would like to... If you're a Bigfoot, I want a Bigfoot expert. I would like to talk to Bigfoot expert in real life. Because that level of delusion... I mean, I know we all delude ourselves in some way or another. Whether, you think you're going to hell, you think going to heaven, you think gay Bigfoot or like a stripper likes you. We all have lied to ourselves at one point or another. But I swear, dude, she really liked me. No, she wanted me. She gave me her number. Bigfoot guy is fascinating. That you think that with all the stuff we have, 2026, we've mapped the bottom of the ocean, and yet we can't find Bigfoot. Like, this 9-foot thing is running around, breasts or no breasts, but we can't find Bigfoot in the woods of Rhode Island? Like, what? That fascinates me. And yet there's entire shows dedicated to this. Just goes to show, man, we need something to believe in. Someone said Bigfoot's a grower, not a shower. Bigfoot. kind of want to see Bigfoot now.
What is more likely? Bigfoot exists.
Mm-hmm. Gay Bigfoot, please.
Elvis is alive.
Oh. Boy. I mean,
I'm thinking of another one.
I hate to say it, but it's Bigfoot. I mean,
Tupac.
Yeah.
Okay, let's change it then. Because it's more likely that Tupac lives.
Yeah.
Over Elvis.
Yeah.
So what's more likely? Bigfoot exists or Tupac lives?
It's Bigfoot, I think. I mean,
or the moon landing was a hoax.
Oh, moon landing. I mean, God, those are all. Honestly, I think it's probably.
Or the Loch Ness monster exists.
Jeebus. Which
power rank?
Power rank? I would say. I mean, I've seen Tupac's dead body though. Like you can see the morgue photo.
Yeah, you think you did?
You thought that was Tupac.
There's also people that have seen Bigfoot.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I would. I mean, I guess it would be Bigfoot because Tupac's dead. Like, there's no. That's the dumbest thing. Like, why would he? He's dead. Loch Ness, believe it or not, like I've been to Loch Ness. It's not that big, so you have one body of water where Bigfoot. I guess in theory, I guess if you wanted to, gay Bigfoot could be hiding in a forest. Like there's a lot of area where Loch Ness is one specific lake. That'd be like saying if Bigfoot was alive, he would be at Crater Lake. Like, no, you would have found him by now. So I guess the most likely of those things, it's Bigfoot. So yeah, you backed me into a corner.
Bigfoot believer.
Bigfoot
you
believer.
Believe in Bigfoot.
I believe
Bigfoot
in
believer,
Bigfoot.
Big Sue.
Come on.
Hey, that's great.
Yeah.
You always say we need a little whimsy.
We do need a little whimsy. Now the question becomes, which is more interesting to see? Bigfoot with giant breasts, Bigfoot giant wiener.
I think I would be more thrown off by the breasts. Like, wait.
Just a massive rack. You're like, what?
Yeah,
Right, because I
use
assume
fake ones?
Bigfoot's going to be muscular too. So it's like really muscular and built and then just big giant bosoms.
Right. Like, wait, what is that?
That doesn't go with the muscle
Because I
bod.
think we're just assuming well hung male, but not we were not assuming huge fake up top female.
You're right. That would be more like whoa.
That raises more questions.
Yes.
Because I'm assuming it's more of a workout body for Bigfoot, like the strength.
Yeah. Then does that mean there's a Bigfoot community where that is
Bigfoot's doing enhancements?
It's like currency?
Have you ever seen the movie 28? You're not a big movie guy, but are you aware of like 28 Days, 28 Weeks Later, the zombie movies?
Yes.
Yeah. So
never seen them though.
Yeah. So the first two are pretty good, and then they did one called 28 Years Later. So it's after the apocalypse, and this takes place in Britain, and so the zombies have they've evolved into like their own little world. And out of nowhere, it's shocking. So, like, one of the zombies turns into basically Bigfoot. He becomes like an alpha zombie. And he's Bigfoot. He's this giant, super masculine guy, long hair, kind of hairy. He's like Bigfoot. And out of nowhere, you're just watching the movie, and as he appears, they just go full dong. And you're not ready for it. Like, you're just watching this movie, you're like, oh, it's 20. Whoa. And you're like, he's just out there running around, and it's just naked Bigfoot, and they zoom in on it way too often. Like it's the focal point of the whole movie, and it's a shock value. But I'll tell you what, it's the scariest thing that happens in that entire movie.
I tried to have ChatGPT make it Bigfoot with absolutely large breasts, and instead I violated the content. So, not allowed.
Yeah.
I've now been reported to
come back when you clean it up.
Yeah.
You perv.
ChatGPT, cowards.
You'd think we would have discovered Bigfoot bones by now.
Yeah.
They live forever, though. They don't die.
Oh.
I don't know.
It's not you would think. So this is to my Bigfoot guy out there.
A lot of Bigfoot guys.
We found dinosaurs. Literally, we have 65 million years ago, we have skeletons. But gay Bigfoot We haven't found a scrunchie. We haven't found a banana clip. Nothing. No sign of it whatsoever. Come on. Not one sign of a sassy squatch somewhere. Nothing.
Oh, there's a sign.
Besides old Cletus out there.
Yeah, Cletus saw him.
Yeah. That's all we have to go by is some dude in
Jim Cletus.
Sally Jesse Raphael glasses and some Crocs roaming around Rhode Island. Be like, nope, saw it. No breasts, but,
All right, I got some big water news. Big water.
Ocean water.
We had a daring rescue, and a man survives at sea. Next.
Keep Portland operatic.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the fan, some sad news is Mia Bieniemy, who is the wife of Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy, was allegedly shot by the couple's son on Sunday night. Mia Bieniemy is hospitalized in stable condition today, and the son has been charged and arrested with the shooting. North Carolina football general manager Michael Lombardi, he has been placed on paid administrative leave by the university. This comes after there was a human resource complaint filed by a former UNC front office employee. And to add insult to injury on this, North Carolina football team is being investigated by the College Sports Commission, which is the entity that handles compliance and enforcement of the NCAA and NIL rules. Tampa Bay Buccaneers defensive tackle Vita Vea has requested a trade from the franchise, according to Ian Rappaport. Vea was hoping to get a contract extension. The two sides could not figure out an agreement. Now Vea wants out of Tampa Bay, and the Mariners continue to lose. They lost again today to the Rangers 7-3. Texas took 3 of 4 in the big series. Mariners now 2.5 games behind the Rangers in the AL West. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
This is
All right, now to sea news. There's a lot going on out there in the sea.
Well, it is big.
It is large, and people, they do stupid things.
Oh, 100%. Plus, open water might be the scariest place on Earth. I mean, open water at night, yeah, that's no bueno.
So we've got some heart-stopping video, and it will stop your heart.
Okay.
So
that's not good, but
have a defibrillator.
Or a gay Bigfoot. It'll shock you back. Like if you're going into cardiac arrest, you see gay Bigfoot, you'll come back.
So where is this?
I don't
It's
know.
in California. Oh, it's near Santa Cruz, California. And this is Seabright Beach. And these are some nasty waves. And there's a kid who's getting battered by the waves.
Yeah.
Okay, he got sucked out there. And the video shows the California lifeguard guy.
He's like 16, right? Like a little kid? Well, I get a little kid, but he's a teen.
I would imagine he's young. He looks a little bit like Spicoli, but short hair.
Yeah.
And he is about to get massive quantities of tud.
I think I saw that he's like 16 years old.
Because he goes into this water and rescues this kid. And let me tell you, the video is dramatic.
Yeah, it's full Baywatch. It's Mitch Buchanan.
Bro.
I mean, he's...
Well, first of all, he gets to the kid, and you think, okay, well, he's just going to drag him back now. Yeah. Oh, no. Wrong. Here come the waves. And then they disappear for way too long.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, my God, they're dead.
Yeah, my man's in trouble.
And then they pop back up, and then another guy goes out and tries to help them. He gets swept out there. And then a fourth guy goes out there, and he sees the waves coming and turns and runs back to the beach.
Yeah, it's because it's weird because the water is like only like waist to chest deep, but it's
swirling,
it's trying to suck them out.
Yeah, it can't. They just can't get their footing.
No.
We've all been in water like that.
Absolutely, and it's really scary when it happens because you feel like with each wave that goes out, it's pulling you out a little bit further, and you know that pretty soon you ain't touching, and then it's your ass, Mr. Postman.
So they save the kid, and the lifeguard's about to get a bunch of teddy.
Oh, 100%.
So see that video. The other story is a California man.
Which also, too, it's scary because that is so shallow. Like, a lot of times you see people that get in trouble. You're like, dude, what were you doing out there? The kid's, like, up to his chest. You think you're all right?
But it's also, like, it's white cat. Like, the water is not,
I know,
you can tell it's not safe.
But I'll bet you for a lot of people that haven't been in that, you probably look at that and you're like, oh, I can go out and play in that. Like, I can still touch. It's at my waist. My point is, you can get in trouble in the ocean even if you're not being, like, I don't think that kid was being reckless. Well, and he still found himself in trouble.
You can't. People need to know that, though.
Yeah.
Like, people are stupid.
People are stupid. I just don't blame.
They are.
I just don't blame that kid.
Well, I do. Because I think we need more education about how, like when not to mess with the ocean. And that is clearly an area he should. It's not like it's just the calm waters of the shallow waters of the Pacific Ocean and light waves.
No.
Like that's some nasty swirl in there.
Yeah.
So what he's doing in there, no idea.
Basically, Rob's saying it's on you.
He's an
Screw
idiot.
you.
Well, it's like when they, it's like Warm Springs Willie.
Yeah.
Warm Springs Willie says, I'm not leaving my house because here come the wildfires, and they evacuate. Guess what? They're not coming in to save the guy. Now, the kids, you got to save the kids.
I don't know. I understand. Normally, I'm that person that says that, but dude, you're a kid. You're out there in the ocean. You're splashing around.
Well, they did save him.
And you think that you're in up to your waist, and I can see where you're like, dude, it's at my waist. Calm down, Mom. I'm fine. And the next thing you know, you're being swept out to sea, and Spicoli has to come save your ass. And now you feel like a chaunch. I feel for the kid. I'm glad he's okay.
The other story is a California man who was left stranded on a sailboat in the Pacific for more than a month.
That seems like a long time.
Has lived to tell the tale.
Did someone rescue him?
Yes. He was found.
So he was just, like, the boat was broken? He was just drifting?
Correct. His name is Kai Sato. He's a 39-year-old man. And listen to what he did, because this is pretty cool. Well, it's not cool.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. But what he did to survive is amazing. So he set sail from the Catalina Islands on June 7th.
Catalina wine mixer.
And he wanted to sail across the Pacific solo.
Okay.
Which has never been done.
That's never been done?
His first.
Oh.
Solo sail.
Okay.
No, it has been done.
I was going to say.
But not by him.
No.
Not by Kai.
Can I also say that if you're trying to sail across the Pacific Ocean by... this is where I say this is your fault.
By
Unlike
yourself?
the kid, dude, you're in your little dinghy and you decide you're going to go across the Pacific. That's on you. You're a dumbass.
So he encountered a problem 2 weeks into his journey. His mast...
Dumbass.
...snapped.
That would be a problem.
Major problem.
Yes.
So it left him floating helplessly. So he says he spent days crying. He goes, I cried for a week. I was just drifting south. I was miserable. His fate appeared so bleak that he even considered killing himself. He goes, I felt like I was going to just try to turn my motor on and suffocate to kill myself.
What?
Well, he was hopeless.
Well, doesn't he have a radio?
No.
So he had no communication. He decided he was going to sail across. Like, this guy's a dumbass.
So he attempted to motor back to shore, but he ran out of gas.
Yeah.
And the current started to drag him further away from land.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, already I don't like this guy. The kid in the swirling waters I feel for. This guy seems like a rube.
My God, this story. I just get a bunch of pop-ups.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Maybe he's a racist.
It's possible. So you really thought it was a good idea to get into a small sailboat with limited fuel, no radio, and just sail across the Pacific and hope nothing went wrong?
Bitch.
Yeah, you are a bitch. Dude, everything that happened, like, I got no sympathy for you. None. It's like if I got in a hot air balloon and I was like, I'm just going to go that way and see what happens. Oh, something went wrong. Oh.
Stop being a douche.
Yeah, that guy's a schmuck.
Okay, well, the story is no longer loading.
God.
Therefore, I'm going to have to go on rote memory.
Yeah, give me the gist of it.
Yeah, so he started floating, and what he did to survive that long was he took seawater and put it in plastic bags.
Yeah.
And then he just would lick the condensation, which I think is pretty smart.
That is pretty smart. But can I also ask, so he was planning to sail across the Pacific, but he didn't have enough water to last a month?
He had... Well, again, if I could pull up the story, it would be great, wouldn't it? He had enough water, but he actually ran out of water. And then he had to do the plastic bag thing. And then he lived off of, I guess, little fishies would jump into his boat.
Okay. That makes sense. I mean,
and he would eat those.
But again,
nice and raw.
He was only lost for a month. So he had no supplies. None. He had, like, no overrun. This guy's a jackwagon.
He says, I was literally a sitting duck just getting taken south by the current, going way off course. So, as you can tell, the story is back.
Yeah.
Thank you, Internet. After spending 5 days contemplating the situation, he took action as he began makeshift repairs to his boat using PVC pipes and kayak paddles. The repairs helped, but it still took him a month to to make his way back into the shipping lane from California to Hawaii. The journey was dismal. By July 11th, he had run out of water. He survived by filling buckets with seawater and tying plastic bags to seal it off in order to collect condensation. I was just licking that to survive. For food, he survived mostly on oatmeal and fish and squid that landed in his boat. He revealed that he stayed sane during the lonely journey by calling out for guidance, meditating, and talking to the water and wind.
Yeah, none of this. This is another one of those where I'm just, the spidey senses aren't adding up.
What do you think, he's lying?
I don't know. Like, it seems like some sort of heroic tale and he's getting some press out of it, but look.
Well, it's less heroic and more just lucky.
Yeah, and he seems like a schmuck.
He's resourceful enough to last, but and I know a lot of people wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
So I think he deserves credit there.
Well, I don't know, man. I guess, but this.
I don't know how many people survive that. A month?
But if you put yourself in a situation like
Well, I agree with that, but that's not the argument. Is how many people survive 30 days lost at sea?
Yeah, valid point.
Not that many.
No.
And he was able to do it. I think he deserves credit for that.
When I hear stories like this and this guy seems like kind of a flake, it makes me like I don't know. I'd be interested to know how exactly dialed in this story is. Ugh. As someone points on here, this guy didn't have a satellite phone, didn't have anybody checking on him. Kind of seems like a BS story to get some clout. That's what I'm wondering. It seems
you think it's made up?
It seems a little weird.
It just seems so obvious to me.
Seems a little strange.
I don't know.
Now someone's saying, can we get a show called Bay Squatch where a large-breasted Sasquatch plays a lifeguard in a one-piece that rescues drowning kids? That needs to be a show.
We should have done it for the gays.
If we combine these stories and we've got a gay Bigfoot in a one-piece bathing suit saving drowning children and ne'er-do-well Hawaiians that are drifting at sea, that is a story.
He's from California.
Oh, well, he looked Hawaiian.
Oh, maybe he's a racist.
Maybe you're a racist.
Well, he did look Hawaiian. And you said he was...
California man.
He was going across the Pacific, so...
That makes him Hawaiian?
Well, he was heading to Hawaii. Whoa.
Well...
Did you see the
I survived.
Did you see the 400-pound lady that got the hiker? It's kind of like this. It was around Half Dome, it's that like El Capitan Half Dome, and a group of gals that were like 300 plus pounds started hiking, and like 2 hours later, the one was already in medical duress, and they had to airlift her out of there. And it was the same. That got a lot of attention this weekend. I don't know when that happened, but that was kind of popping up, and a lot of people were like, "Man, you're like 350 pounds. You decided to go on one of like the toughest hikes known to man that takes like all day, and you had to stop after like an hour, and you were too weak after an hour for them to even like let you rest. You had all the supplies around you. They had to airlift you out. Like, what were you doing? It's the same sort of situation. If you weigh 375 and you can't walk up and down some steps, maybe don't try to hike one of the most challenging, like the country that we have.
Don't you tell me what I can and can't do.
Right? And there was like a photo of like the big group that was going out, and look, I'm not fat shaming anyone. We've all been there. We've all put on extra pounds, but my God, like what part of you thought this was a great idea? And then is it heroic that they were airlifted out of there? Same thing with this guy. It's like,
Yeah, now somebody's saying fish and squid don't jump into boats.
Yeah, it just seems like a very tall tale.
I don't know.
Seems like a tall tale.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kai's in some trouble if they figure that out.
You know, how's anyone going to figure it out?
Well, the internet. The internet.
The internet has a way, right? Well, how many times do we hear these heroic stories and then it turns out you're like...
Not true.
Well, again, I don't think it's heroic. I think he's just lucky.
Yeah, but he's playing it out as this great story of man...
Great survivor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of, that's like true with the military. All those military stories, none of those turn out to be real. And they make movies out of that stuff. Like the lone survivor guy in like American Sniper, dude, that stuff is like 100% horse nears. And yet, and that's like military stuff. And we even lie about that. We make movies about it. What is that? The Brad Pitt Inglourious Bastard. If you hear a story and it sounds too good to be true, it ain't. And That story right there that guy's telling, none of that adds up. It's very suspicious. I think I believe the gay Bigfoot story more than I do this one. If you ask one, which is more likely? That guy in Rhode Island seeing the gay Bigfoot with no breasts, or this guy and his magical squid and condensation thing? I don't know.
Now that's a hot take.
I might take the Bigfoot story.
I got bowling pin news.
Ooh, hot bowling pin.
Yeah. You been bowling lately?
No. I go bowling like twice a year when my kids are around. We get a wild hair, and we decide to go bowling, which mainly means we drink and then we throw some bowling balls. I used to like bowling though. I used to bowl when I was younger, but I don't know why. Like I grew out of bowling. But when I was like in my 20s, I was actually pretty good. I enjoyed bowling.
Bowling is fun.
I think Swag still bowls in like leagues. He's got like his own balls and the whole thing. I have a ball. I just never take it. It's like somewhere in the garage.
By the way, we were talking about the JT Real Muto thing.
Yeah.
I'm watching the Pirates and Diamondbacks for some reason.
You shouldn't. You should be watching the Mets right now.
Yeah, they're up 14-3 your Mets.
Suck it, Braves.
And they actually did. See, watch this. Okay, so they're chasing the guy down between home and third.
An old pickle
and look at
dog.
the guy at second.
Oh, he's doing it again.
Well, no, he's making the right play.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to third, so he can be on third instead of second when the guy gets tagged out.
Yes.
Because one of them will be out.
One of them will get out, so the guy advances to third. That is the correct play.
That is the right play.
Yes.
And he didn't run back to second base like Rio Muto?
I mean, it's unbelievable. All right, we'll wrap it up with bowling pin news next. Yeah, people asking about the California man story. It is a real story. It's not AI generated. I'm reading it in multiple places. But now I was reading up on Kai, our man Kai Sato.
Yeah. Is he an influencer?
No, he's the guy that got.
No, I'm saying
no, he was not. He's just a.
Because sometimes some of those people, it's like they have YouTube channels. And,
oh yeah.
You know.
Tomorrow I have a whole segment in the club on today in dumb influencers.
Okay.
I've got two today in influencer stupidity, I think is what we'll call it.
Yeah.
I've got two stories.
So it's just always one of those things that.
But this guy, no.
A lot of times when something like that happens, and you find out the dude like is a wannabe celebrity, and you're like, okay, well, you know.
No, he wants to sail to the Philippines now.
Okay. So that was
after being
almost
rescued at sea.
Well, how about this? Next time you decide to sail, why not bring more than like 2 weeks worth of food and maybe bring a satellite phone and some extra gas?
Yeah, I was looking for answers on that. Couldn't find any on any of the stories.
Yeah.
So I don't know why he didn't.
I mean, every now and then you get one of these nincompoops that just decides that, like the guy in the I forget what his name is. They made the movie about him. The guy that went to Alaska to like live off the land. They made the movie Into the Wild about him. And he decided he's just like, oh, I'm going to sell everything. I'm going to go live in like the nowhere Alaska. Yeah, he died. He died in the damn van. And Eddie Vedder wrote a cool song about it. And you're like, oh, it's tragic. Is it? Or is this moron just decided to like, I have no skills, but I'm going to go live in the middle of nowhere Alaska. And they had to remove the bus. So he died he found an old like Fairbanks city bus that he lived in. And that's where he died. Whoa. The state of Alaska had to go airlift the bus out of there because people were dying and getting stranded because they were trying to find the bus that killed him. And then they would go out and then they would get stuck. And they're like, all right, we're done with this. You guys are far too dumb to handle this. There's too many gay Bigfoots out here that are attacking people. They had to literally go get military choppers and just haul the bus away. Because we can't trust people not to be stupid.
Well, that goes back to it's like, we're not going to rescue you.
No.
Go be stupid on your own.
Yes.
Die on your own.
There is part of me like,
wow.
I think in order to rescue, you should have to like apply for the rescue. Be
or
like, all
pay
right.
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to put it through the court of public opinion.
Yes.
We'll decide whether you get rescued or not.
Yeah. I need to know the circumstances of which.
Yeah, you ain't getting rescued.
It'll take a couple days, but we got to figure out if it's worthy or not.
Just wait right there while we figure this out.
Hold on. You're not going anywhere anyways.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, God forbid. I mean, it's very insensitive, but
no dong, no belief.
Everyone deserves to get rescued, but God, some of the people, and you hear their rescue stories, and you're like, dude, how dumb can you be?
So, have you seen the latest on bowling pins?
No, I have not up on my bowling pin news.
Well, Big Bowl is really stepping in it lately with a lot of the old school bowlers. I'd be curious to know Swag's opinion. Isn't Swag a bowler?
Yeah, he plays bowled in leagues. And
so you know those. So when you go to the bowling alley and you knock down the pins, and they have the machine that sets them back up, right?
Yes, sir.
Those things are really expensive, and there's a lot of them in a bowling alley, and they're really hard to maintain, and they're a nightmare. Right?
Okay,
as you can imagine.
Sure.
Like you would think that by now, bowling pin and bowling center technology would have come a little further in a little bit more efficient, easier, cheaper way to sweep up the pins and set them back down, right?
Yeah,
you would think.
I would think.
Yeah, I mean, those things are...
I worked at a bowling alley for like a month. And
so you were in the back. You saw those machines are huge.
Yes.
Mechanical.
It's a whole thing.
It's a mess.
Yes.
So those are now going by the wayside, and they are now putting bowling pin. They're called string pins. So bowling pins are now. Each pin is attached to like a nylon string.
Yeah.
And then when they get knocked down, they simply get pulled up by the string into their little cup holder.
I've seen videos of this, and quite frankly, I thought it was like fake.
No, that's real.
They're really doing
That's what they're doing. It's much cheaper and easier.
But it's probably not accurate to real bowling.
Yeah, I think a lot of bowlers are having a problem with it because now you have strings all over in and amongst the pins.
That's not an accurate way to bowl because the strings probably knock down some pins like that. It structurally is different. There's no way that can be That's not authentic bowling.
So they're called string pins.
Yeah, I see it here. I don't know why, but I've seen the video of this, and I thought it was just some cheesy, like, knockoff thing at home. I didn't know real bowling alleys were doing this.
Well,
no self-respecting league would do this.
And they're also saying that certified string pins are authentic for official scoring.
I don't think so.
Well, that's what it says.
No real sanction. Like, no. You're telling me that
the certification this is from the Professional Bowlers Association. The certification for qualifying string pin setters went into effect in August of 2023.
Huh. Yeah, that seems.
So you have to.
But no pro bowler would ever use this.
There's a standard. You have to use a minimum string length of 54 inches to closely mimic free fall physics. And they have to qualify for official certification. Older or unconverted string machines remain uncertified. So you have to have your machine certified.
Yeah, I'm seeing it right here. Like, they're saying that you get different pin action. You can get freak spares because strings can occasionally tangle up and sweep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't. I'll say this. You may be able to count that, but no real bowling league, like if you're trying to be like a professional, no one would do that. This is like saying that flag football is football.
I don't know what to tell you. They approved it.
This is Bush. I can see where like old school bowler. I'm not even a bowler, and I'm offended by that.
Yeah, there's a lot of bowlers who don't like it.
No, isn't the whole point of bowling
They're
too?
pissed.
You hit it in the pins. Like,
it's pretty stupid.
The big
actually.
pin action.
It looks lame too.
It looks lame. Yeah, it definitely looks lame. There's no question. But.